was so good.
And I try to give younger people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, oh, is it me?
Right.
Is it me?
I wonder all the time.
Then you listen to it, I'm like, man, this makes my balls jingle. Like, you know, like it really gets like nothing I hear today makes me get going. You know, like a fucking.
They didn't even have a word. It was like dun dun
you know?
dun dun dun
Yeah,
dun
like
dun,
anything
dun,
from Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I mean, not even we. The generation before us had a band called Led Zeppelin.
Oh yeah.
Boom! What a fucking name! Like The Who, you know, like these are bomb names. Bad
Dude, Madonna.
Bunny.
Madonna was a beast.
Madonna,
right?
yeah, and it just means
you hold
woman.
Up Madonna
I am
to,
the
to,
woman.
You hold up Madonna to fucking Taylor Swift. It's like, really?
Come on.
Wow. Oh, all right. We are back. We're in. Welcome back. Welcome to episode, what is it, 45 of the Raise Up Low podcast. Got Paul Roseberry back. My man Mike Nell's on the ones and twos, but he's in the hallway this time because I guess he's got a big week on the road.
I heard he was farting.
Finance companies come in. They come with the big money, and I got second shift.
Super gas. He really knew it. Just absolute shits out here.
Yeah, no, we got talking to him before that. I don't know when this started, but we got talking about the Super Bowl. Paul's a big Pats fan.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to him about that, but we got immediately started talking about the halftime show, which
Gay Bunny, I think it was. Was it Gay Bunny? I think was
Bunny.
the name of that guy.
Bad Bunny, BHAD, like that chick who's selling her pussy on Instagram now.
Is that what's going on?
Remember the one from Cash Me Outside? Now she's like Bad Baby.
Bad Baby, BHAD.
Yeah, BHAD.
Really?
Yeah. Now she's selling her pussy. She's
Does
making
she owe
like
him
$80
credit?
million a year.
Who came first?
Well, I think she owes Phil Collins, or not Phil Collins, Dr. Phil.
She does
Dr.
everything.
Phil Collins, my Halloween costume.
Exactly. Because she was on Dr. Phil, and that's how she got famous. And I hope he's getting 10% like a
He
manager.
should get the Simon Cowell deal for any acts that come out of American Idol. Yeah,
He gets a
he's
piece.
obviously
a royalty on that.
producer on it.
Yeah, he should, because he really made her.
She blew up from that.
I mean, that goes to show you what fame really means in this, in not just in this country, but in the world now.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with your actual ability that people enjoy. It's just how much can you keep the people's eyes on them.
This
right?
is what we were saying.
Good or
impossible.
bad, or bad. And I was telling you for the cameras roll, Donald Trump, master. That was his secret sauce. I mean,
totally.
You know, he might be a moron when it comes to policy. But
a genius.
No, but when it comes to getting eyeballs, and that's what elections are about.
There's no arguing. There's no arguing. Yeah.
I mean, dude, CNN, Fox News, all the TV stations, ABC, all of their ratings went up like 40% whenever he runs.
And they went down 45
when he stopped,
in 2020.
Yeah.
CNN almost went under.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan has more ratings than CNN.
Easily.
Which is wild. CNN's a cornerstone of. It's not saying it's good or bad, but I mean, like it's a
it
monolith.
Well, it just goes to show you where everyone's moving, where they get their information. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the thing. But Donald Trump's he was famous when getting newspaper page 6 ads in the Post or in the New York Times or in the New York Post or the Daily News was like how you got eyeballs, and he was able to morph that into getting eyeballs on the internet, and then morph that to social media, and then morph that to the podcast.
He knows what he's doing.
So he I always give him credit for that. I never
can't argue.
You can't underestimate his ability to talk to the public.
Yeah.
He gets their attention.
He's a comedian too. It's been said a million times.
Yeah,
it's been said a million times, but I mean, he's so funny.
Unintentionally funny. He's funniest when which reminds, I mean, you and I both comedians. The funniest people I know are not comedians.
Yeah, the guys who don't try.
They're not trying to be funny.
No.
They're the way they live their life is like, are you fucking for real, dude?
That's really how you think. You
Thanks,
really
guys.
believe it.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Did you hear that fart? I just heard a fart. It sounded like words almost.
Right, though? I mean, it's one of those things. Like, you're able to get people's attention that way. But, the Bad Bunny thing, I mean, look, I think the whole Super Bowl halftime show is well overblown.
Yeah.
I mean, they do that to keep all the non-sports fans attached. They promote that and the commercials to the women, and they promote the game to the men who want to watch the game.
Yeah.
That's how they get everybody to watch the fucking thing.
Do they think anyone's not coming back for the sechave half?
Yeah.
Like is there really like a retention factor?
I wouldn't be surprised if Roger Goodell, if Trump and Goodell spoke and today I'm going to have Bad Bunny. I have a problem with that. Oh, really? Please tell the public so people will watch the halftime show.
Yeah.
Because I was telling you, the NFL is a business. And this is one thing I always say about America, man. America is capitalist first, democratic second. Right?
Totally.
Capitalism is
We're the only country that has fucking pharmaceutical ads.
Yeah,
other than New Zealand.
Yeah, it is the thing.
We're sick.
That's our thing.
Something really wrong with us.
So the Donald Trump's like, you don't have him on the halftime show, and Roger Gold's like, well, listen, he's the biggest selling artist this year. No amount of pressure from the U.S. government is going to stop. The market is spoken.
Of course.
You know, the market. And
dollar, baby.
Exactly. And the NFL, unlike every other major sports league in the United States, hockey is global. Canada, Russia, the Nordic states, the Nordic countries. The MLB, I mean, most of the fucking players now are from the Latin American.
MLB
American,
especially.
Right?
But then you get guys like Puka Nacua who are actually from the past.
Yeah.
He's from the year 2000 BC.
Yeah, exactly. He's an original American.
He used to show up with a fucking wooden American club like Bam Bam.
Yeah. He's the Redskin on the team. Technically.
It's in his contract. He gets paid extra every time
they
play Washington. Womp him, dude. And womp him.
Fuck Bitcoin.
But
the NFL is the most American sport, which is part of the reason why they have to branch out. Because, I mean, at a certain point, you hit your capacity in the four walls of the United States. You know? So, of course, you're going to have a guy that can appeal to Latin America.
Well, they play games in Europe, and they're starting. Is it next year they start in South America as well? Yeah, because it's cool to not just
and
get
no coincidence. Well, I had Bad Bunny this year. That's why I had Bad Bunny this year to launch the Latin America next year.
Yeah.
So and look, as much as afraid of you are of Donald Trump and as a business in the United States, the market is by far. Even Donald Trump responds to the markets. When bond prices spike because the U.S. dollar dips, Donald Trump eases back on his. He pulled back on those tariffs. Like, wait, remember Liberation Day last April? Markets tanked. He's well, let's give it 90 days. Let me figure this out.
Gotta keep a little pulse.
Everyone, even Donald Trump, respond. The boss is the market in this country. That's the real boss. But the stock market.
I think the real dichotomy here, though, is that you got a guy like Donald Trump who's pissed off about the halftime show, which clearly, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Why does the president care about that? But then you've got the NFL, the most masculine sport on planet Earth, pulling in a guy who, he didn't wear a dress during halftime, but he's known for. I'm concerned. The reason Trump got elected, really, is because people want men to be men again. I think that's really why.
That's a big part of it. Men, certainly, young men voted for him for that reason.
Yeah, and women want men back too.
That's true. They didn't want to. Being a man became like anathema. It was almost like feminism 2.0 came at the sacrifice of men, whereas 1.0 they were just like, hey, we just want the rights men have. Okay.
Yeah, which
2.0 was we want men to suffer. And men are like, what did I do?
Masculinity became toxic.
My dad was the one who did that. I didn't do any of this.
I've never worn a beater for that reason. It was just hot. It was just hot. I was sweaty.
Yeah, I'm wearing one right now. Oh, every day.
Even though it does give good shoulder range, you could get around. You know what I mean? I get why,
but it's the over and right.
But that's not why it was designed. That's not why most of us wear it.
There was definitely the backlash of that.
We ribbed shirts with mustard on them, but it's
a little sauce on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think Bad Bunny's music. We were talking about this before the show started. I get he's popular. And I grew up in New York City. I've heard reggaeton before. It was fucking reggaeton. It was just Latin music.
Yeah.
It was just freestyle, Latin freestyle music. What they call it back in the day.
You hear it on the subway and shit.
Yeah, it was everywhere. And it's good music, but it's just none of it. None of the music. I feel like I've tried to understand, the generation below us' point of view, Gen Z and whatever's behind them.
Yeah,
it just does not have the fucking oomph that music pre-2000 has. Because it was recorded live. And I mean, I was telling you on the way over, I'm listening to the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack. Listen to Patti LaBelle Stir It Up.
So good.
And I'm like, man, that makes your balls tingle.
And it really
gets you amped up.
Dude, I told my wife, I've told her 100 times, the reason I love listening to women's music, not women's music, but women singers, I imagine they're thinking about me. That they're singing about me. You know what I mean? That's what makes it fucking hot. And you're like, man, this chick is dying for a, you know what I mean?
She's dying for a guy like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's singing about me.
I do actually argue that there is a singer who wrote a song.
Don't want no short dick man.
Oh! Did you hear that fart? I heard another fart from the hallway.
That was definitely made because of me. Yeah. Yeah, hey. I'm an inch short and a mile wide. Old can of tuna over here.
6 in, 6 out is a foot. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm talking about. But yeah, dude, I think it's hard. As you're saying, it's scary because we're in our 40s.
Yeah.
We're at that place where we're still awesome. So fucking awesome. But we do have a judgment of a generation that's adult behind us at this point. And we're gonna judge and compare. And there are such pussies that you feel like, is it me being a crouchy old man
you don't
already?
You don't want to be your grandfather, but
You
you're
don't
like,
wanna-
I think I'm being fair here.
I think I'm,
Right?
yeah, this isn't on principle of like age versus like comparative. Like if they were better than us, like these guys, if we have 4 generations from now, there's going to be a couple generations behind us that eventually go, damn, these new kids are fucking
it's happened.
hard,
The disco era, right? People felt weird about the disco era, and they judged that, the era that liked that. But what I think about, too, is the way that younger people, the generations below us now, are not the way we were with the older generations. Yeah, they were like old and stodgy, whatever. But like, I heard my grandfather, I listened to Frank Sinatra. I'm like, oh, he's got some fucking hits.
Yeah.
Not everything's a banger, but Fly Me to the Moon.
Dude,
fucking
he's
forget
got a
about
handful.
it, right?
He's got a half
my
dozen.
way, I mean,
come on.
right?
Whatever you want.
But but younger people, the generations
Start
below us,
spreading the
they're like,
news.
oh, if it didn't happen while I was alive, it's irrelevant. And I'm like, no. Like,
I know.
we both know history matters, right? It might not be
know.
our history, but we know of it. Right?
Dude,
we didn't
in
live
the
we
mood?
didn't live during the French Revolution, but we know about it, right?
Go even
Some of
before
these kids,
Frank.
dude, some of these kids weren't born on 9/11. Like, what's 9/11? I'm like, what are you fucking serious?
I know.
Like, just because you weren't alive yet doesn't mean it wasn't important in the world.
Dude, how about
We went to the moon? What? Who
how
cares?
about the variation on the question, where were you when? It started with Kennedy. I mean, as far as like we could know, probably it was Lincoln at one point, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Jesus, I guess
where
if you
were
go
you when
all
Jesus
the way
got
back.
nailed?
Remember when that last dinosaur fell over? Holy shit, I can't believe it was the last one.
The first one, where were you? Was had to be Jesus. Because that's when they started writing books, I think. I mean, they kept the book of that, so that might be the first. Where were you when?
Where were you when? That
Mary Magdalene was selling T-shirts.
Yeah, fucking hoodies and shit. Get the merch. But because the fucking guy's not around anymore. But
He's coming back though. He's coming back.
He's coming back.
Selling cuck chairs.
Yeah, sitting in the cup chair.
And this fucking merch will be worth double when he does come back. So you better get it now.
Right?
You better get it now.
Don't
Two
take it
for
out of
one.
its packaging. It's worth more than original packaging. It's original papyrus packaging.
Plastic from the Franklin Mint. But no, it's like getting softer because for us, like before us, it was JFK. For us, it was 9/11. And now it's like what? When Taylor got engaged to fucking Travis.
Yeah,
you
when
know what I
Bitcoin
mean?
fell 20%. Who
Dude,
cares?
that's kind of the marker of like social
They've had nothing
value.
real happened to them yet.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. And they weren't around for any. Yeah, so like it's.
But it's the dismissiveness of it that I think is so bizarre and antithetical to like the human experience. Because like, it's like knowing like, oh man, my grandfather was in World War II. That like, I read about World War II. He's like, my grandfather was part of the history books.
Yeah.
And then look at you like you're fucking crazy. Like oh, you ever hear about I mean, pick a fucking horrible event. From the 1993 World Trade Center bombing.
Yeah.
What about that? Like Oklahoma City, right? Or Columbine.
That got pushed aside, huh?
Columbine.
Dude, 9/11 really shut that down. Oklahoma City, the worst thing that happened to Oklahoma City was the bombing. The second worst thing was 9/11.
Yeah.
No one fucking cared anymore.
Erased it from the map.
No one cared. Remember when they bombed the World Trade Center? Yeah, New York, huh? No, the other one. Which one?
Yeah, dude. It wasn't until 9/11 that the Arabs finally beat Americans at killing other Americans.
This generation's will be COVID, by the way.
Oh, COVID, yeah.
Oh yeah.
When they were homeschooled for a year.
Yeah.
Ooh, what an imposition.
Remember when the government paid us to watch TV? Remember that?
Oh my.
No.
Yeah. What a horrible time for you. What a real scar. What a trauma on your
Online
life.
gaming took off.
Yeah,
We started watching other people
You're
play.
old like me. You remember when we had to bomb air raid shelter because it was still the Cold War. When
Yeah, we're kids.
Kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah.
You have to get under your desk and they train you how to like protect
Did you actually
yourself.
do the
Air raid,
motions?
yeah. Because they're like if there's a nuclear bombing, you have to do this. We do the air raid drills. We do them under the desk, and then if you're in the hallway, you had to like crouch in the corner, put your bag over your head.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Tuck your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
Kiss your ass goodbye. Exactly, dude. I think it was 91 when the wall fell, so I was probably in third grade. So up until third grade, we were doing them once a month.
They used to test
we were
this-
in fear of a nuclear fucking annihilation.
Yeah.
Up until I was 9.
When I was a kid, dude, we lived. I'm from New Hampshire, where we had Pease Air Force Base. It was active in the '80s, and my mom told me there were bombs on that base that could blow up the planet 3 times over.
Oh yeah,
and I was like,
Yeah,
well,
Saturn-
that's wild. Like,
Saturn V rockets,
dude. And they
Nuclear
had
warheads on them.
They would actually. Did you ever have to hear them test the air sirens?
Yeah.
They would just every time they test them, like we didn't have the internet. It wasn't like a
no one
fucking.
knew it was coming.
Yeah, you're
There
like,
was
is
no
this
Amber
the
Alert on
real
your
deal?
phone. Yeah,
I don't know.
There's no Amber Alert on your phone.
And you're like, should I be under
All
the
right,
desk?
everybody under the desks. Everybody under the desks.
So bizarre. Like, that should have been set in advance, 3 months ahead, with like a note on everyone's door. Hey, don't shit yourself.
What was funny about that was even at the time, I was 5 or 6. I was smart enough. I was like, if they lob a nuclear warhead, and I go under my desk, we're all going to be incinerated.
Bro,
like there's
this
nothing,
is for fun.
This is a joke, right? Like, if a nuclear warhead landed on New York, I knew there was no way me in Ridgewood, Queens, under my desk was going to survive. I knew it was over.
Dude, even living here in LA.
Like, this is dumb. Like, can we just run out into the playground and have some fun?
Yeah, just be honest. Just be real.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fucking
can we play some tag before it nails us?
In about 15 seconds. Yeah. Can I go kiss the cute girl? One time.
Yeah, can I try to make out
she
with her?
gets kissed 11 times, and then it was a fucking false alarm, and she's never wants to be in a school with boys again. Like, you're like, they're going to be tried as adults.
I know. It's the stupidest. Even then, I
made no
foolish.
sense.
But that's the thing. The younger generation's lack of perspective on what happened before them. I couldn't believe how lucky I was that neither of us were drafted. I mean, we had a file for selective services, right?
Yeah, dude. Because
we were never drafted.
Dude, I remember when I turned 18, I got a razor in the mail from Gillette. For free. And I was like, how the fuck did they know that I'm 18? It was that selective motherfucking service. Yeah. I don't know if they buy the list or if it's public, but my dad told me, and I was like,
they buy the list.
God damn it. Wait, so this free razor is so I can take it with me to get my ass blown off? I don't even remember.
So you shave with a Gillette razor until you get blown up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so you can be smooth enough the bomb goes right by you. You can just miss.
Glaze off you.
Yeah.
No, but you had your draft card. You had to register. You had to mail it in. And you're just like, all right, well, I hope they don't start a draft. I mean, they've abolished that since, but that was a real thing.
Same day you buy a fodders for different ways to drive to Canada. There was definitely like,
run.
I'll send this in because it's illegal not to, but I'm going into the woods in the snow. I'm not fucking.
Well, that's also how I got into college, dude. I was like, oh man, you get the ferments if you're in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
But I was gonna. After my first 9/11 happened in my first week in college, and I thought, I was like, shit, should I enlist? And I called home about it. Like, no. You're the first kid to go to college in the family. Don't fucking, don't ruin that.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a bitch saying I wouldn't want to go, but I feel like I don't have good coordination. I'm not gonna be good on the fucking
that was
battlefield.
I thought about too. Is it the best?
My brain
use of my
is
time?
my help. I
was
could
gonna
help.
say, this is the best use. I've told it to friends who thought about enlisting. I was like, oh yeah, I should enlist. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe go to ROTC school and become an officer because you have leadership qualities. You're intelligent. Maybe go into the intelligence business. Maybe go to the CIA.
Yes.
Like not everyone has to be the end of a barrel to be useful to the government.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Oppenheimer didn't pick up a gun and he killed more people than anybody else.
Ever.
So Oppenheimer was pretty important to the U.S. government. So I think they're glad they didn't give him a rifle and tell him to go shoot Nazis. In Eastern Europe.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah,
it didn't make sense. And I didn't trust them that they would put me in the right place, even though my ASVAB was fucking killer. Not gonna lie, I could figure out which way this pulley turned because that pulley was connected to
ASVAB. What is that?
Yeah, the
is that some made up gay shit?
Aptitude and skills vocational aptitude battery.
Oh, they give you like a
aptitude and skills vocational.
Well, they used to do that. They used to give you aptitude tests in school. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
He'd be a good plumber, or he'd be good this or that.
Yeah.
They don't want to limit any kid with what their natural proclivities are, as if that's a limitation.
Or be honest with them. Or just be fucking honest.
Just because you're good at X doesn't mean you can't do Y. But the problem is if you tell them they're good at X, then like, oh, that's limiting them. Like, no, that's just one of their skill sets. Like,
that's amazing.
You don't have to take it.
I know.
I mean, look at fucking Sam Darnold going back to the goddamn Super Bowl. The guy got fucking washed out by the Jets, had 4 teams after that, and then became a Super Bowl champ. If he listened to what the Jets fucking trainers thought, he'd be selling insurance right now.
And he's the first gay quarterback to win a Super Bowl. He's, you know what I mean?
First ginger.
The ginger. Did you see his eyes bouncing around? Dude, he looked like prey, not a predator, prey. He was like terrified. But he's got a ring.
It was an ugly game. It was an ugly Super Bowl.
He's got a ring. I can't take it away. And I'm glad to see it because you're right. He got no love. Dude, he played for the Panthers. People don't even remember that. He was on the fucking Panthers.
I told Jeff that, big fucking Seahawks fan. I told him, I was like, dude, congratulations on the big win last night. Like, thanks. I'm sure it's vindication against the Pats. He's like, I'm just glad that Darnold got a Super Bowl ring and washed that bad Jets juju off him. He goes, what? But the Jets drafted him with the 3rd overall pick 8 years ago. He goes, I didn't know that. I'm like, I'm sure Sam Darnold doesn't want anybody to know that. Dude, that team, that's my team. They are just where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where your career goes to end.
Dude. But I'll tell you who's eating their hat is fucking Minnesota. What a bad day to be from Minnesota. I mean, there's a few other reasons not to be Minnesota, but yeah, the Vikings. Because did he go like 14-3 last year? Some crazy, I don't know if it was that good, 13-4.
Yeah.
He had a sick record with Minnesota. They get popped in the first round of the playoffs, and they're like, well, it's going to be a quarterback. See you, Darnold. Yeah. And he's like, I'll go to another team and win the Super Bowl.
Because
Fuck you.
they thought he was a flash in the pan as compared to what he did with the Jets. Yeah. The Seahawks coach and GM, God bless him, were like, no. Last year wasn't a fluke.
Yeah.
Minnesota
this year was the fluke.
Yeah. We'll see next year.
We'll see.
No, but that game was all about Kenny Walker. I mean, that guy was. He didn't have a touchdown that game, but he had one 60-yard run call back. Yeah. He should have had 200 yards that game.
I was going to say
that was one of the best running back performances in a Super Bowl I've ever seen.
Yeah, he could have gotten the MVP.
He did.
Oh, he did. Okay,
he did.
I figured it went to the. I'm a passer. I didn't want to watch anymore. I didn't give a fuck. I figured it went to the quarterback. Yeah, usually goes to the quarterback.
Once the blue and green ticker tape went down instead of the red, white, and blue, you're like, all right, game's over.
I didn't think we were gonna win.
No, you guys were what, 7-point underdogs? I mean, you should have been.
I saw 4.5, but 7 would make sense.
I bet it opened at 6.5 and went down to 4.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The thing is, so we were also. Did you hear that we were ranked the shittiest team to ever make the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I heard that.
And we
you only beat 2 or 3 teams with a winning record all year.
Yeah. We had the second lightest season behind Denver. Our season was ranked like 0.386 or something silly
but
fucking
once you
low.
get into the playoffs and you beat teams to get there, it's like, all right, they have enough talent. Yeah, right.
And that's why we needed to beat an NFC fucking baller to show that we're not just, cleaning house on the scrubs. But I don't think
those AFC teams that you guys beat, the Texans were for fucking real.
Texans were for fucking real.
The Broncos were for real. It sucks that Bo Nix wasn't there.
It's not a.
Not the same
you
Bo
can't
Nix
measure it. You can't measure it that way.
The Texans were the best defense all year.
The Texans were dope
by a wide margin.
I was very impressed when we beat the Texans. I said, all right, we're actually
the nice thing about the Patriots, where it's going now with them, is
one.
I love Mike Vrabel.
Everybody does.
I mean, they really fucking. They underestimated him in Tennessee. I mean,
he was just busted. He was just learning his way. He was just
but they also only give you 3 years, and if you're not only making the playoffs, if you're not winning a playoff game in your third year, they're not giving you a fourth. That's just the new NFL. There's no 5-year contract.
Yeah,
it just doesn't fucking exist anymore.
Yeah. But you got to be conscious too of and I don't know what the spread is in the NFL, but in baseball, do you have the money or not? Do you think fucking Tennessee has the money? Do you think, because all right, so when the Dodgers won, when the Dodgers won the World Series, they had the second highest spending cap in all the league at like 335, and I forget who was number 1 at like 345. But that doesn't consider that Shohei Ohtani is making like $2 million a year on what's actually like a $40 million a year. So they'd be almost $400 million a year. Yeah. Contract spending, and then you look at the fucking Tampa Bay Devil Rays, $67 million.
Yeah.
So come on, if you're the coach of Tampa Bay Devil Rays, like they can't come down on you because you didn't. Come on, compete. It was never going to happen. So I don't know if Tennessee had money or not.
There's more parity in the NFL because there's a hard salary cap.
And they mean it.
They do.
But how do you get Mahomes?
But that's the thing. Just like business in every facet of the world,
there's a way.
There's angles, right?
There's a fucking way.
So they have So Tom Brady famously kept deferring his salaries to bring on players.
He would distribute them.
He never made more than $20 million a year until he left the Patriots.
And it wasn't even deferred because it was redistributed. Yeah, he pushed it off to other players.
They would back end the contract, and then he could bring in players for that year, but they'd owe him the money later. And later,
they actually did owe him later. I thought he just capped his own income to.
They kept pushing back his amount due, so
there was a balloon payment later on.
So it wouldn't hit the cap that year.
Yeah,
so it wouldn't hit the cap that year. The only time he took his full salary was the last time he won a Super Bowl. I think he made $40 million that year.
Yeah.
But by that point, he'd gotten Gronkowski for. I think it was the league
9
minimum
years.
For the league minimum or something crazy because they wanted to sign up with Tom Brady to play to win. But that's the thing about the Patriots. The way that they're built right now, dude, they have the youngest team in the NFL. I think their average age is like 25 and a half years old.
30 players who have never played together.
Yeah,
30 players who have never.
They
played
had 11 starters who were rookies. So all those guys are coming back.
Fuck yeah.
So,
If they build an O-line, the reason we lost, hands down, before you get into anything else, is that you got a guy. All right, so you got the number 2 ranked MVP candidate in the league for your quarterback.
with his first year starting, second year in the league.
First
right?
year, first year starting, because he was basically redshirted the first year.
Yeah.
So he comes out his first year, and he's a second place MVP fucking candidate. But then you match him with the highest, I think, tied or the record for most postseason sacks in history.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
Tied.
The guy's getting wrecked. He has no O-line. So no matter how good of a cannon you have, if you and he's a deep ball thrower.
Yeah.
So you need 3 seconds to set up. You're not gonna get that off in 2 1/4.
And it also goes to show you that, and I think this is a truism. I think if you go back like to the beginning of the first Super Bowl, I bet the better statistical defense has won the Super Bowl more often than the better statistical offense, without question.
Yeah.
Because
It makes it easier to overcome the hill.
Yeah, I think it comes down to that. I mean, dude, when the Seahawks won last time,
Yeah.
they had a better defense. When the Pats won their last time, they had a better defense.
Yeah.
The Bucks, when Tom Brady had a better defense, dude, going back to the Bucks and the Ravens, all those years
Yeah.
they won. The Steelers, all of them had better.
Yeah.
The better defensive team tends to more often than not win the Super Bowl than a team who has a higher powered offense. The greatest show on turf, they went to 3, they won 1. Right?
Brady against the fucking Philly,
Colts.
against Philly,
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl, he threw over 500 yards and 4 touchdowns?
Yeah, something crazy.
And he lost.
Yeah.
So what does that tell
It's
you?
a better defense.
You know what I mean? You got to have a better fucking defense. Yeah. Our defense wasn't good enough to balance out with Brady throwing 504 TDs on your back, and you still can't.
But I mean, they held the 4 straight field goals. I mean, that's a lot. For a team that good as the Seahawks were.
Yeah.
Hold them to 4 straight field goals.
Yeah.
It was a 12-0 going into the half, coming out of the half.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That was, and Vrabel wasn't upset about it. He felt like it was almost going to be.
Well, then
9.
it was 12-7. It was like, oh, now we got a game. But then it broke open after that.
Well, you got a kid who's 23 years old. They keep flashing pictures of him before he could shave, nonstop.
he did look like a baby,
dude.
He did
and
like a
they
baby.
but all season long they've been showing pictures, especially in the postseason. They showed a picture of him with his dad yesterday at like Super Bowl 50, and he's 13.
Yeah.
He's 13. He doesn't shave. Literally doesn't shave. He's prepubescent, and so you get this kid. He's shitting bricks. He's afraid of fucking up. He'd rather not throw than throw wrong.
Yeah.
And he's getting sacked to his death.
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
just sacked on sacked.
They, what was it, 6 sacks on him last night? 7?
Was it really?
Well,
that's got to be the most.
There was one that got called back as an interception, but somehow. The one where it was a fumble, a fumble loss.
Off the guy's
So, so they had the record for sacks in the Super Bowl as a team, but they changed that one in post. So they tied for the most sacks in the Super Bowl game.
I think all of New England is like, hey, look, we're glad to be back 5 years after Brady left.
I mean, I think
amazing.
everyone in New England thought it was going to be a fucking long, dark period. Because the last time,
that's what I'm saying.
The last time we were in the Super Bowl before you got back was 20 years.
Dude.
And it took the Tom Brady era to get out of it.
We didn't think we'd see a second postseason win
forever.
A quarterback we could invest in.
Dude,
so we
as
got
a Jets fan, I'm still waiting after the Joe Namath win. Super Bowl 3. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt good for Sam Darnold. I'm like, oh, thank God he resurrected his career after that fucking abomination. I figured they would ruin him. The Jets ruin every draft play.
Just take the wind out of your sails.
Yeah.
Just a bummer.
Yeah, it was vindication. Like, oh, he wasn't that bad.
We made it. I didn't think we were going to win. We made it. I think we're all happy. We got Vrabel. We got 30 guys who are brand new.
Yeah.
Bunch of young dudes.
On small contracts. On their rookie
small contracts so we can put some money in that O-line and maybe actually come through and fucking deserve it. You know? So I think we're all happy. We're all happy.
It worked out
well. Fuck Sam Darnold. He's homosexual. But
don't worry. The Jets and Miami Dolphins are still terrible. Somehow the Bills slid back. To regular status.
And they fired their coach.
Oh,
because they believe in Josh Allen. I believe in Josh Allen.
Yeah, but did they consult Josh Allen about firing the coach? I mean,
I wonder.
You know, like that's the thing. Like
they had to have. You don't just fire your head coach without your QB being on board.
Yeah, if your quarterback is Josh Allen,
salty quarterback.
Yeah,
for next
Good teams, which I hope the Bills are, do that. Ask the Raiders fans or the fucking. There's a lot of teams that have sacked their fucking head coach and the next quarterback.
Yeah, but look at what the Raiders got out of it. Nothing. They got fucking nowhere.
Green Bay back when they fired fucking Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Or Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers wanted to leave the season after that. A lot of teams that don't know how to round it out with the top echelon of their players.
Dude, the thing that'll always stick in my head. I'm a Josh Allen fan because again, when New England sucked for several years, even under Billy, we're like, all right, it's gonna be a dark period. I'll get behind the Bills. Why not? Fuck them. Why not? It's not going to be us, but we'll keep a local team that deals with snow, sort of. So, and I like Josh Allen. I think he's fun.
Josh Allen's great.
And I like Diggs even then. But Josh Allen, dude, did you ever see the game when he had a wide open breakaway and he's just fucking running it to the house, untouched? Trips over his own feet.
No.
It's amazing. Anyone watch it if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, you're laughing at home right now. If you haven't, he's untouched. No one is near him. The camera is fucking
Is he showboating at all?
No. He's just can't believe it's happening. And he just fucking and he had a wide
because I've seen
a 30-yard run.
We've all seen it with Deshaun Jackson has done it himself 3 times where he's on a breakaway touchdown and starts showboating and drops the ball before he gets to the end zone. Say he throws in celebration before he crosses the line.
Yeah,
it wasn't one of those.
Possession. No. He just went rubber feet and just fucking.
I remember
Daniel Jones is the highlight I remember of his legs getting weak about 20 yards away from.
Who's
the
this?
end.
No.
Daniel Jones probably had a 60
Daniel
or
Jones.
70-yard run up the middle, and then his legs just ran out of gas like a little child.
He just collapsed.
Yeah, it made no sense, but there they went.
Dude, but at least I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not thinking of Daniel Jones.
I don't think
I
you
hope
are.
I'm not. I think it is. I think it is Josh Allen because it was a Bills game.
That's NFC AFC. I doubt you confuse that.
Then it's both because the one I'm talking about is for sure Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kid.
Well, but
just went rubber.
but he
two
looks
left feet.
But he looks a little suspect. Daniel Jones doesn't look like a. Josh Allen looks like an athlete.
Dude, I feel bad about Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones running looks like Eli Manning running. It's like, what the fuck?
But, dude, Daniel Jones had a season going. The poor
did.
kid. He finally, dude, he was the only guy I've ever seen, and I don't watch the draft so much. I'll catch pieces, but he got booed by New York when they drafted him. You remember that?
Famously.
Dude. And so he sucked in their system as Saquon did. Saquon got out, won a fucking chip. And then, so Daniel Jones gets out. Suddenly, he's running for the races.
That seems to be the theme here. If you leave New York
get the fuck
if you leave
out
the
of
New York
New
football
York.
franchise, you have a shot.
Dun, dun, dun. No, yeah, it's the wrong music, but go back to
No,
Frank.
it really is.
If you can make it here.
The last guy to usurp the bugaboo that is a New York sports team is Down syndrome Eli Manning.
Yeah.
He's got a dusting of Downs. I don't care what people say. He's a little Downsed out.
Is he not Michael Phelps? Just to be because I think they might be the same guy. Just to be clear, they are the same guy. They're genetically the same. Homo erectus. That how the fuck is this guy?
I saw an internet clip because apparently they do like a live cast, him and his brother, for like the weekend games during the regular season.
One of his brothers, but no one knows he is too.
Him and Peyton.
Yeah.
And I saw a clip where they had Michael Phelps on to because he's a Philly fan and Philly was playing the Giants and Peyton's like, hey, I got a great guest. You guys will love talking about Philly versus Giants, and he brings on Michael Phelps. And then Peyton goes to show a bunch of different clips of Eli Manning talking about how he's been confused for Michael Phelps in airports or bars.
Is it real?
Or
in
Vegas. He's like, dude, they let me into this concert. It's like, oh, thanks. Yeah. Oh, no problem, Michael. He goes, Michael who? Like they thought
I'm glad I'm not the
Eli
only
Manning
one.
was getting like the red carpet treatment. People thought it was Michael Phelps. But there was like clips of people like filming him, like real people. But
he's still a somebody.
On Instagram.
And imagine
look, it's Michael Phelps and it's Eli Manning.
Oh no! Imagine you've won 2 Super Bowls and people only like you because they think you're still somebody else.
They think you're Michael Phelps.
Still think that you're Michael, who has been made fun of for having a mouth too big to swim fast.
Yeah. But let's be honest, Michael Phelps. Listen, he's obviously the most decorated Olympian there ever was. But winning 1 Super Bowl definitely beats the shit out of however many gold medals you
think
have.
In
terms of global sports,
untouched to one time because 8. He had 8, right? Or was it 12?
Oh, he had 8 and 1 Olympics. He's got like 32 or something crazy.
And you still say one
Some
bowl.
bananas.
One bowl, you throw it all in the trash. I take the one bowl.
Just look at the money. Eli Manning has won 2, and he's got 15 times the money that he. For sure. That's how big a Super Bowl is.
For sure.
Right? Look at how many medals does Michael Phelps have, Mike?
I
think he's got like 30 gold and like 2 silver.
And
a couple bronze.
I think you're right.
Crazy shit.
Plus, then he smoked one joint, and his whole fucking career was over.
And lost in the Olympics. For
28 total medals, 23 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze.
Yeah, there you go. 23. Was it 28, 28 and 23 gold?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
He smoked one joint, and he lost all his sponsors.
Now do this. Now look up Michael Phelps' net worth, and then look up Eli Manning net worth.
Yeah.
And I bet you Eli Manning's worth 10 times.
And the internet's going to go, they're not the same guy?
I thought we added them together.
Sorry, I'm just Google and ChatGPT. We all thought that was the same dude. Sorry.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Phelps is around 100 million.
Eli's
A little better than we thought, but
yeah, way better than I thought.
Jump in with you.
Way better than I thought.
Yeah. I didn't think he was 10 digits.
He
right?
did lose
7,
an Olympics.
8, 9
lose
digits.
Eli's 160.
Oh.
I'm not mad at either. So hold on. So would you take? All right. So hold on. So say Eli is at the 160, but he's got 1 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Phelps has 28 medals. 22 were gold.
23 gold. Yeah.
What do you
It's
take?
a Super Bowl in this country.
It's so much hotter.
Well,
it's so cool.
It's so much hotter.
It's so cool.
It's so
dude.
harder to do, right? Because you only get 1 shot every year.
Yeah.
It's Phelps. You walk into a room and you say, I'm the best there ever was at this.
At swimming.
Eli is like, I'm not the best in my family at this.
Yeah.
Like-
but he's the only guy in the history. He's beat Brady twice. He beat Brady twice.
And I would say this: he could legitimately say at Thanksgiving dinner he's the best quarterback in his family because fucking Peyton did not do what he did.
Yeah,
beat
Peyton's
Brady.
got 2.
Yeah, but
I bet Peyton's got more
but
MVPs.
one of them, but that last one wasn't his. It's because fucking Denver took because Von Miller took care of it for him.
Yeah.
You know, like
Are we saying Eli was the leader of the Giants?
dude,
It wasn't the third brother.
Eli was the worst regular season quarterback to ever win that many Super Bowls.
Yeah.
But in the playoffs, he was when it came down to it, he never lost a Super Bowl he was in. When the game was on the line, when the game was on the line,
down to it, Trent Dilfer never lost the Super Bowl he was in either.
Yeah, but Peyton Manning has thrown away some games in the playoffs. Check out Peyton Manning's playoff record is like 500.
Yeah, his quarterback passer
and
rating.
Then look at Tom Brady's playoff record. It's like he's like 212 to 1 or some crazy shit. Like the numbers are, and Eli Manning has a better playoff record than his brother. Say what you want.
Well, it's because Peyton had to see fucking Tom Brady every season.
But listen, Peyton. Yeah, but
he didn't
every
get
time
to beat up on the Dallas fucking Cowboys his whole career.
Yeah, but every time Eli saw Brady, he won. Except for that they lost the
twice.
Game. No, they lost the regular season game when they went 16-0 when the Patriots went 16-0, and then they won that Super Bowl. And they lost that season against them, but then won again during the playoffs against them.
So he went 500 against them. He just happened to win the 2 big ones. Is what you're
the
telling
two that
me.
mattered. The two that mattered
in the playoffs. Yeah. Look at the playoff record. The season starts over in the playoffs, right? I mean, once you're in, you're in.
100%.
This just comes back to I'd rather be Michael Phelps, the best to ever do it at my thing, as opposed to Eli Manning.
There's something said for that. Yeah,
I'd rather be neither of them because neither of them are good-looking guys. They're both fucking weird.
They're both they're the same guy.
Yeah.
So they're both goons. But all right. So hold on. How about this though?
I'd rather be Tom Brady and have no Super Bowls because he's a good-looking guy and you know.
Yeah, and he got paid $375 million to talk when it was over.
Yeah, he got twice as much as his total NFL contracts in one contract once it was over.
And he deferred it at first. He's like, I don't know if I feel like doing it. I might play again.
Well, they said, whenever you want, this contract is standing.
Whenever you feel like
whenever you feel like going.
Whenever you decide it's good.
This contract is 10 years guaranteed, and whenever you're ready for it,
it's one of the biggest contracts probably in the history of man. If you look at all CEOs
he doubled announcers' podcasts with that. Oh, announcers. Like any TV announcers pay with that package.
Oh, yeah. Come on, $375. Who the fuck's making $18 million a year?
Al Michaels was making like $10 million a year. He's making 37. Yeah, like tripled it.
I mean,
more than tripled it.
Dude, you figure if Pat Sajak's making like $18 million, you know,
with his rug,
you gotta fuck.
Yeah, what are they giving Vanna White these days?
2 or 3, I think it was.
That bitch is still alive.
Is she still there? The old bag of bones, Tales from the Crypt.
I mean, listen, there's one where feminists won. We let her stay, and we gave her the money.
She doesn't even have to spell the word. She just turns a letter.
They could have gotten 1,000 hotter girls in her.
Come on.
Right?
Come on.
Right?
Yeah, I think people just would have bitched.
They should have made, basically the way it should have worked is Hugh Hefner should have made a deal with Pat Sajak. Hey, the Playmate of the Year is the new Vanna White every year. And just funnel him in.
Oh, he could have gotten that Simon Cowell deal on the front end.
That's what I'm saying.
On the back end. Yeah.
Who's America's next fucking letter spinner?
You know what's coming though. No, you know what? Because this is kind of what we were saying earlier though. Like with like how things are changing and the like, where were you? Vanna has a job because people remember Vanna. Old people remember Vanna young.
Oh, well, there's nostalgia for it.
There's nostalgia. Yeah. And as soon
nostalgia goes a long way, by the way. Nostalgia,
apparently,
nostalgia is a whole business.
Yeah,
yeah. I think
it's not even vintage. It's actual. It's like she's still.
Because we're not dead. Like things are happening so fast. Where it's the vintage has to happen. Like it was before anyone's time alive now. Nostalgia is we remember when.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
The society is moving so much faster now that we don't have time for vintage. We only have time for nostalgia. So we got to take us 20 years back. Dude, they're wearing the baggy jeans. The Jinko jeans are back.
Jinkos are back. You know, they're fucking back.
I thought they were fucking gay when they came out.
They were.
And now they're gayer than ever.
You could fit a gay in each leg. That was why. You actually could bring your whole gay orgy with you. And a 40. And a fucking Mickey's. A fucking Mickey's or a St. Ides you could have in your fucking leg with you.
You have two gays and a Mickey's in there.
Two gays and a Mickey's. Oh, what's better? You're all set. But you got a fucking eighth of a fucking quarter in your pocket.
Yeah, but even gays are wearing Jinkos. When I was a kid, gays were wearing Jinkos. They're too fashionable for that.
No, it was the stealing kids. It was the kids who stole. That was who it was. Those were the kids with the candy necklaces that were fucking flipping at raves. I mean, look at how old we sound.
I never got into the rave scene.
I didn't care. No. I went to one festival.
My sister, I think, got into it a little bit. I never did.
I went to a festival when I was 19. I went to a festival in Vermont called Bread and Puppet. And I'd never heard of I didn't know what a festival was. I just went like my sister heard of it. Yeah. And we went up there and we did all kinds of drugs.
Older sister?
Younger, but she knew cooler shit than I did.
She was fucking the older guys, so.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. That's my sister, goddamn it, probably.
She's married now. Yeah, it's an older guy.
No. No, she's not. No, she turned feminist and blew it. She could have had a great thing going. She's a good-looking girl. If she had just been a chick.
She's becoming a lesbian now.
Oh, she's getting into only that territory at this point. But
I love you, Paul's sister. I'm sorry.
Just be fucking cool. Just be fucking cool. Yeah. You know, and guys will like you. Once you turn feminist, then guys like you, too much work. But that's how it goes. That's how, dude. You remember when we were in school, like chicks would like be kind of fat and then no guys wanted them. And then they'd say they were lesbian for like 2 weeks. And then some guy would be like, oh, I didn't know you existed. I want to see if I can flip you. And then she'd be like, oh, not gay anymore. Hey, that was a cool little run. What would you cut your hair short one time and you got a fucking guy on the soccer team,
right,
maybe?
Listen, I went to New York City public school, man. Listen, if a girl got a little fat, the black guys loved her. There was a guy for every girl when I grew up, son.
Dude.
You know?
No, honestly.
If she was white and she put on a few pounds.
Oh, don't worry. She had a whole new. She was a queen. Yeah, she was a queen.
That's what she was like. Shit, I need to thin out. I'm the wrong kind of guy is into me now.
Yeah. And her dad knew. Her dad was like, hey,
if
maybe
he was
we
around.
Join. Yeah.
It was New York City, Paul. My dad
even the white
there.
girls' dads running around. Oh no.
Oh, you're kidding me? Yeah, I'm talking about New York in the 80s and 90s when white people were just as poor as everybody else.
Oh, no. Yeah, don't remind me, Randall.
You know, when there was no excuse, it was like, oh my God.
That's what. We were broke. We were broke as shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. There was
I lived in like 2 different trailers
when I was a kid, all over the place.
Dude,
all over the place.
We lived in a trailer and then moved to a better trailer, and it was still a single wide, and it had a tongue. It had a fucking tongue. Our trailer had a tongue. Like someone could. A tongue is the hitch on the front.
Oh, to drag it out of the
Yeah, someone could have stolen our house with a Chevy 1500, a Chevy half ton. Is that considered
a home invasion if they take your mole home with you in it?
I think it's a hostile takeover. That's what it is. It's a corporate raid.
How does that work?
Yeah, we still had the wheels.
But dude, that's one of the things
you had to get a skirt.
I've always said I loved about New England. It's like it reminds me. It's like a throwback to old New York in that there was just. When I got there, and so the first time I moved to Boston in 2007 or 8.
Okay, from New York.
From New York.
Where in New York were you?
I had moved into Manhattan. I had a night. I grew up in Queens, New York, and I went back to.
I was in Astoria for 6 years.
And I went back to New York after I got out of college.
Yeah.
But I've been banking for 3 or 4 years. Started working in private equity, so about 5 years.
Yeah.
And I had a 1-bedroom apartment in Tribeca.
That's great.
Oh, it was a cobblestone street. It was 500.
I was an apartment broker.
But it was costing me $3,000 a month in rent. But I had the kind of bread back then. So $3,000
You were on the floor.
$3,000 a month 20 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
That apartment was probably $8,000, $9,000 a month.
Minimum, double, 8. Yeah.
So I had bread.
Yeah.
I had bread. But when I moved back to Boston, I was like, oh man, it's like New York when I was a kid. There was still poor white people everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, like the projects there were projects only full of white people.
That's what made Boston
only
great.
full of.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, these people are fucking for real. They're not fucking around out here.
You ever notice blacks have Irish last names? Let's be fucking real, dude. Come on, there's a reason. It's. I used to think. Someone told me, well, who do you think?
It was a real throwback.
Someone told me, they were like, well, why do you think? Because they had Irish owners back.
No.
You Irish were owners of anything.
No, the Irish and the blacks were owned by other people.
And that's what it was. The fucking Irish were actually bumped up with the blacks 100%. And so they were like, listen, take a black a white last name.
after the Civil War.
Have you ever considered that where black people blew it with names in the U.S. is where the Asians figured it out? Blacks took a white last name but kept like Dikembe as the first name, and the fucking Japanese show up and they're like, oh hi, I'm Wilbur, I'm a 17-year-old Wilbur
Zhang
Hashinaki Zumi, and you're like, oh, I didn't know until I read your whole name and I already hired you. All right, fine. That's where the Asians nailed it, because they're like Steve Kamayoto, whereas black guys are like Tyrone fucking dude. How about there's a dude on the Phoenix Suns, black guy named Halliburton. You're like, okay, yeah.
I mean, that company started in the 50s. That's not even. That's way past
so
the 1950s, not the 1850s. That's way past.
How the fuck is your last name Halliburton? Yeah. What? Who did you marry in the last 4 years?
Yeah, well, Latins fucked this up too. A lot of Latin people. A big female name when I was growing up, Mercedes.
Yes.
But these are all the.
And is it because of the car?
100%.
It feels so older than that. It feels authentic.
No, it's
I notice I've rubbed my hands because it feels authentic.
Yeah,
that's my Hispanic appreciation.
It's 100% because of the car.
It is Mercedes.
The Latin migration started in the 50s with the Puerto Ricans, the 60s and the 70s with the Dominicans.
Yeah.
And in the 80s when the drug scene blew up.
Yeah.
All those, most of them were the only way they could make
build
money.
a wall.
Selling drugs. Yeah. And the hot car was getting a Mercedes SL.
Of course.
SL,
fuck yeah.
So like, I'm
heart
my
to
daughter
heart.
Mercedes. So
it really was the car.
So if you meet a Latin woman named Mercedes, that means her father dealt drugs. I'm going to go out on a limb here.
I'm
going to say it's 80% chance her father stole drugs.
Did you know the car company Mercedes, though, was named the guy named the car company after his daughter?
No shit.
His daughter was named Mercedes because they used to be Daimler, like Daimler Chrysler. That's why the Maserati looked like a fucking LeBaron for a minute in the 80s. So it actually, but that was a German.
Okay,
so it was.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, none of the Latin drug dealers have any concept of what happened in Europe during the World War II. They don't know about Jews or Germans. They don't even know about the Holocaust.
Do you have the money with you
them?
Now? That's all they know. Do you have it with you now?
Yeah, exactly. The other thing, they like Jewish lawyers. And they had no idea that there was a thing with Germany. Like they had no idea.
No idea.
Well, think about it. They had their own fucking problems.
Come on, everybody does.
Well, that's the thing.
Everybody does.
That's one of the things that always amuses me about the world. It's like, how can you not know about my problems? It's like, well, because I got my fucking problems.
Dude, this is probably the most problems we've ever known.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but I'm saying, like,
I'm not belittling your problems. I'm just saying, I'm sorry I didn't know it was this big of a deal.
Yeah.
He's like, but
I was
have
on
a good
fire
excuse.
too.
I was worried about, feeding my family.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
didn't
had a gun
get around
to my head.
I didn't get around to the problem in Syria. My kids need to eat. Or my dog has a fucking brain tumor. I gotta take him to the hospital.
I wasn't at Ruth's Chris fucking slamming filet. Yeah. I was dodging bullets where I live.
It wasn't like it came into me and I just said, oh, never mind. It was, sorry. Like other shit's been going on. This is
probably this era though, with like mass communication and social media. We probably know about more social tragedy than anyone's ever been bombarded with. Dude, I actually
no. We have to. That is true. We have to parse it. But now, like we were talking about earlier, Mike, when we came in here, trying to figure out what's real and what's not, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because we got the AI fucking thing going on. There's fake videos, fake this, fake that.
Yeah.
So now you gotta be like, oh, is this real or not? You gotta ferret it out, right?
I bet it was a pretty dark time when everyone would have to get around the radio and listen at the end of the night to all the people who announced being dead, and you were wondering if it was someone you knew or people in your town.
Yeah, they were just
there was like a roll call.
That's right.
There was like a roll call.
They would do roll call every night.
Is this like World War One?
World War II.
1 and 2 and all in
1
Vietnam.
and 2.
Yeah,
And they would just roll call who had died.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know. You didn't get a fucking text from his buddy.
FDR, the president used to do weekly fireside chats at the end of the week. And then after that, they would read off the names of the dead. Just go through thousands of names a week.
You know,
Can you imagine that? That's a real problem. That's a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know,
make sure you listen to the radio.
Like, oh, my Instagram feed is boring me. My TikTok feed is.
I'm not getting enough likes and followers.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck,
dude. Well, and I heard that it wasn't true, but they say back when War of the Worlds was read over the radio by Orson Welles. Is that true? I heard that there was some controversy that it wasn't true, but it was that people believed it was really happening because it was a radio cast.
They changed the rules of radio broadcasting.
Okay.
Because of War of the Worlds, because they thought it was real.
Yeah.
And now they have to preface anything like that with this is an act
satire.
of fiction.
Yeah.
Even then, they did say it was an act of fiction when they started and everything. But if you turn on the radio.
Right.
2 seconds after that moment.
Yeah, you can't run a ticker banner
during
during a radio show.
Yeah.
And it was the first time, so it's not like you realize, every 3 or 4 minutes before and after we go to breaks and commercials, we should be like, we hope you're enjoying War of the Worlds, read by blah, 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 blah,
Yes,
blah, blah, blah,
yes.
blah.
Act of fiction,
An act of fiction fantasy tale.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine the fucking... Didn't that happen, though, a couple years ago in Hawaii? Didn't they have like an air raid and people thought it was real?
Yeah, the system broke. The system
and they told us it was the end of the world.
Yeah, the system broke. Yeah, no. So the early alarm system in Hawaii about missile launch broke. Like there was some error, and they thought like, hey, they've been launched, and the people in Hawaii for whatever reason, like, oh, they're coming.
Like it's over.
They didn't think they were hitting them. They thought it was hitting LA, but they were like, oh, now we're done.
It's
now
on.
It's on.
Yeah.
And they panicked and they couldn't get an answer for hours.
You want to get into a real rabbit hole, look up how many times we've accidentally dropped nukes on ourselves that haven't gone off.
What?
Oh,
that have not gone off?
Yeah, like because nukes have an exact fail-safe code to not blow up nuclear, but that doesn't mean we haven't had planes go down.
There are over 24 missing nuclear warheads from our arsenal. You want to watch a great episode of something? It's free on PBS. Go to pbs.org.
Is PBS still around? I think they shut it down.
No.
They're just not funding new. Okay, anyway.
We dropped a couple in the mud in Pennsylvania and literally just couldn't find one. Like it went too deep and weird. We were just like, I don't know.
Yeah, so PBS local stations are, unfortunately, once again, Donald Trump, his specialty. I'm shutting down PBS. All the cities that have money, they're going to fund it. All the Democratic cities. There's all the rural towns who don't get PBS anymore. They're out. So PBS in Sheboygan, Iowa, you're fucked.
Sheboygan.
Right? But PBS, Boston, Massachusetts, well-funded.
No problem.
Fine.
No problem.
But
if you get rabbit ears, you can still get it. I think.
Exactly. Exactly. Put tinfoil in rabbit ears long enough. Try and get that.
You still have a metal fucking hanger somewhere in the house.
Those rabbit ears. Can you imagine the decisions? You're pointing left for PBS and right for tits. You're like, I don't know about this.
Let's get some educational sex. Yeah.
Rub together. No, but PBS. There's a great documentary called "Failure to Launch," and it talks about how in rural Arkansas, in one of our missile silos, we have one of our Saturn V rockets, which are our most advanced rockets with our most devastating warheads on top.
Yeah.
And so these warheads, people don't understand. Like, oh, we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They destroyed the city. The warheads that we have now, the strategic ballistic missiles that we have with nuclear warheads on them now, if you blew it up in D.C., it would kill half the people in New York. Like this is how big the mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
The strength of the bomb is 1,000, 10,000 times bigger than the ones we dropped earlier.
Yeah.
These are hydrogen bombs that we're dropping.
Yeah, that shit in Japan was gay. This is like
fucking,
the real shit.
Literally, if you drop
Isn't it wild?
If you drop in D.C., half the people in New York and Boston would die from radiation poisoning.
Isn't
within an
that
hour.
wild?
That's how big this blast is.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. So one of these rockets was in rural Arkansas. They have guys.
It shouldn't have been in Arkansas to start.
Well,
This is out of distance to Cuba. This is why.
No, well, they want to hide them from all the.
No one thinks we'd put it in Arkansas.
That's what I'm saying, son. They don't want to hide. You know, the Russians
wouldn't put it in Arkansas.
They have one in D.C. No. We have them all in Wyoming. We wouldn't think. They don't want because their first launch would be to hit where our bombs are. Of
course,
they want to know.
Yeah.
So rural Arkansas, and there's a bunch of Air Force personnel who are there to maintain the missile silo and to be ready for war. And this is in the 80s.
Grease the doors so it doesn't blow up on its own when you try to launch it.
Yeah, fucking guy's doing regular maintenance, drops the wrench. It breaks off a fuel line, and the fuel starts leaking into the chamber where the missile was.
This is real. He dropped a wrench, broke a fuel line.
Yeah, this is real. And the fuel starts leaking into the missile silo, and like, oh shit, what do we do? And I won't ruin it for anyone listening or for you, but rest assured, they had no idea like this thing could blow up where it is, and goodbye Little Rock, goodbye Nashville. Like that's how big the bomb was. Goodbye fucking like Eastern Texas.
Yeah.
Like literally 500 mile radius. Every city within a 500 mile radius would be incinerated within an hour, and then everything within a 1,000 mile radius would have radiation poisoning that would kill half the people.
I'm gonna watch this now.
It's
Failure
insane.
to launch.
Failure to launch.
I'll look it up tonight.
And thank God they figured it out. And then they
yeah, we're here. We're here.
Yeah, we're here.
We didn't lose Little Rock.
But this is just what we know about America. This and the 24 that we've lost. How do we know how many nuclear warheads the Russians have launched have lost during the last 40 years?
Have you ever seen the car they make? They make one car. Have you ever seen? They make one car. The Russian car. It's kind of cool looking in like a nostalgic look. It's this little 4-door with round headlights. It hasn't changed in style since the fucking 80s.
They still have the car manufacturer?
Yeah, I don't know the name of it.
Can you get one now? Or is it like
it's like a Russian? It's a Russian municipal brand.
Oh,
but it's like a piece of shit. But I'm just saying, if that's their one car, they're not known for having successfully pulled off,
that's what I'm saying.
Engineering. They didn't almost win.
No,
it really went
the Chernobyl
south.
thing.
The Lada Granta.
It's a cool looking car.
You found it, yeah.
It's a cool looking car.
Oh,
yeah.
look at it. Yeah.
Like I would drive one now just for
it's
fun.
like one of those old wood wagon kind of.
Chevy
Chevy
truck.
Yeah, like the Harvester, the Ford fucking
with the
Bronco,
flat front,
like a Mini.
Have you seen the piece of shit House of Dynamite movie on Netflix?
No.
It's basically from a insider's take of what would happen when a nuke's launched in like that 22-minute span from when we realize it's in the air and what our reaction's going to be.
Oh.
And they show that from like 3 different people's
I did watch
perspectives.
that.
So
I hated that movie.
yeah, because when you get to the fucking nut at the end of this thing,
Nothing.
credits roll, and you're like, no, the bomb was supposed to go off.
Yeah,
We're
nothing.
supposed to see everything, not credits roll, and we
Let
never.
me guess. Did Catherine Bigelow direct this bullshit?
Yeah, that bitch.
Fucking lesbian.
What else did she do? I want to
She
join
had
the
Hurt
laugh,
Locker.
but
She so you know how the Sopranos ended just on a black screen?
Yeah.
That's what she does because she doesn't want to write the fucking end.
she's
screen.
lazy.
Yeah.
She's a woman.
Yeah. I want you to think about it. Think about it.
bullshit.
No, give me the fucking meat, bitch.
Do your job.
I just spent 2 hours.
You tell me. You
spent
tell
2
me how to
hours.
finish
Yeah.
your fucking job.
Yeah.
You took me on a journey.
Yeah.
Fucking bring it home. How did it end?
That would be like us leaving on a
And
premise.
was your
That
discussion
would-
with your friends about what you would do if you were in that situation.
No,
Get the
no,
fuck
but
out of here.
listen,
No, finish
That would
it.
be like me and you leaving the crowd on a premise.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
What if Epstein's still alive? Quit. End of the show. And tonight we actually have a surprise guest to join us, Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey
He'll be
Epstein.
here. Click.
Yeah. Now going by some Shamoil, someone.
It's like when you're watching a video on the hub and you're right at the end, and all of a sudden they give you their website to go watch the full version.
yeah.
You're like, but
yeah.
no.
I got my belt around my neck. I'm ready to come.
Yeah.
What's going
now
on?
I'm going to jerk off to an ad.
I got my belt around my neck. I'm lubed up. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude?
Sabotage.
Sabotage.
I should. I hate to say. I shouldn't say. I hate to say. I never got into porn.
You don't. You never. What?
No,
What do
listen.
you mean you never got into it?
I just no like
What did you do when you started jerking off? With just the JCPenney catalog until
chicks from the
till
store.
now?
Just chicks from the store, neighbors.
What do you mean chicks from the store? You have photos of them? Just
No, but you just
memory?
Yeah.
Good for you, dude. No, honestly, that's a superpower, man. I mean, like being able to knock one out with memory. dude, I had to go, there have been times I had to go back to that.
Dude, because you know what part of it was a lack. It was a lack of confidence when I was so young. Because like I would try to picture like Britney Spears was a big deal when we were young, and I'm like that could never happen. Like I couldn't even jerk off to chicks who I something could never happen.
Your own personal thought of like I couldn't have this.
It just wouldn't happen. I was reduced to chicks who wouldn't even be hired for porn.
You couldn't fantasize because you're like this is not.
It's just,
even in a fantasy. This is
I couldn't
impossible.
get hard to it. It just wasn't real enough. There's no fucking realism.
I love that.
I could only get hard
the
for like
the fact that the fantasy was so unreal. It's like I can't come to this.
Like a 7 from down the street. I could see that. Maybe. I could probably with very little conversation.
What do you beat up to now? Like pictures of your
No. And I'll say it because I realized that, dude, when I was 20 years old, it occurred to me, jerking off to your own girlfriend is like driving. It's like driving down to the car dealership and test driving your own car. That's what it is. Why the fuck would you do that? Dude, you don't go on vacation and rent what you drive. Dude, you rent something different.
One of my personal favorite tweets was. One of my personal favorite tweets was.
Come on.
Was when Donald Trump during his first term when he picked Mike Pence to be his running mate.
Yeah.
And I said Mike Pence is the kind of guy who jerks off to his own wedding photos. And some people were like, that's fucking wild. And then women were like, what's wrong with that? I'm like, what's wrong with that?
Shut the fuck up.
What's wrong? Do you want your husband beating up the photos of your wedding?
Dude.
That's weird.
Dr. Phil. I saw a clip of Dr. Phil
beating
telling the
wedding
guy.
Photos is weird.
This guy said that Dr. Phil said to a guy, he said, if you think about someone other than your spouse when you jerk off, that's cheating.
And
I was like,
bullshit.
Fuck you, Dr. Phil.
That's
you know
bullshit.
what? Off the air with you. Because
please
come on.
I wouldn't be stunned if he was on the Epstein Island. That
Dude,
guy's a full-fledged fucking
I hope
fake
he has his
liar.
own island. I hope he has the next island that we find. And there was island number 2 was Dr. Phil. No, you got it's got to be someone different just to switch it up.
No, it's disrespectful if it's not.
My wife asked me years
ago.
ago.
The mother of your children? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm going to imagine her choking on things. Like, no, don't.
Yeah, because you got to step it up. Yeah. You got to have like an animal in there. You got to have some weird shit, some vegetables. Like, what? Come on, you got to do that to your wife.
It's disrespectful to beat off to your own girl.
You can't, dude.
And that's why you need porn. It's disrespectful to think of like your coworker that way too.
Yes. Listen. The closer it is to home, the creepier it is.
You know, all right.
Strangers. Men should be beating off to strange women.
Yeah, tell your girlfriend
great.
you want me.
No, that's normal. That's normal.
That's
if
what
you're
it
beating off
should
to
be.
a woman you know, it's a problem. If you're beating off to your own girlfriend, old photos, even weirder. That's like serial killer shit,
dude.
Jeffrey Dahmer. That's why he kept body parts.
Yeah.
He didn't want to lose the men that he fucked. He wanted to keep a piece of them with him. If I'm keeping a piece of you with me by jerking off by it, you should be worried I'm going to kill you, girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that is serial killer. Yeah. Definitely. Have you ever had a dream? You ever had a dream that you fucked a coworker? And then the next day at work, it's weird just for you. You ever have that happen where you see her at the water cooler? She's like, "Oh, hey, Randy," and you're like, "Hey."
No, I said kind of.
Remember last night when I put it to you?
I got accused of so and so, and then I had to defend myself against.
Oh, that was real life.
No. No, in the dream, you
I
idiot.
didn't mean to come so close to home.
In the dream, you idiot.
I just achieved idiot status. That was hey.
In the dream, you idiot.
That was a triple idiot. I got the triple crown on the Randy part. Oh my god.
We call those nightmares, not dreams. Where I'm from.
Night terrors.
Not fucking calls from your lawyer.
That litigation, I can't talk about it. I plead the fifth.
HR Sally, dude. I think I came up with the greatest idea for porn though, and tell me tell me this wouldn't work because the thing, fucking porn. You get these guys. You get hot whores. And then you got these random dudes with fucking massive hogs, and they're just drilling away. And half the time you're like, I don't even believe this is real. This chick's getting dumped by fucking 12 inches, and she's over it because their third workday straight. And where does that leave you? You know what I mean? Like, what are you supposed to do? Come in after him fucking a week later when they don't, you know what I mean? You're going to come in with your fucking 6.5 and call it a fucking win. No, I want little dick porn. That's what I want. I want guys with 3s and 4s who are just hammering these chicks.
And the girls are disappointed?
No, the girls are losing it. The girls are losing it because then you're like, well, step aside, Kimosabi. I'm about to fucking pop the shit out of this bitch. I'm going to blow her fucking head off with my fucking 5 3/4. Yo!
I don't know if you know about the internet, but I'm sure it's out there.
Little dick porn, is that a thing?
No,
because it should be a fucking thing, and not midgets. I'm just saying, dudes, dudes from the fucking store
That's like the
with
opposite
little
of cuckold.
dicks.
Cuckold porn is huge.
Yeah,
but it's like the opposite of cuckold porn.
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
everyday hero.
I'm doing my husband. He's not doing it.
Everyday
I
hero.
need the bull.
Yeah,
who's just
you
an inch
come in
longer
like
than my
a
husband.
goddamn
You
champ.
get in here with that.
Dude, you just bust out of the closet. You kick the door open like fuck. Remember, did you ever see the Kentucky Fried Movie?
Dude, actually, I haven't seen that, but before we get to that, this is a genius move, Paul, because, I mean, look.
It is.
Who is the most popular person on the internet right now in terms of global speak, right?
Trump?
No. Nick Fuentes.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Like after Charlie Kirk got fucking whacked.
Yeah.
Now you got the little.
Are you saying Nick shot Kirk? Because I'll start that rumor.
No.
Anyway, we'll go.
No,
It's a different for another day.
My conspiracy theory is his wife and
Nick?
was it Erica and JD Vance conspired to kill him because they were fucking, obviously.
I'd like to picture that.
No, I mean that's my conspiracy about how he got whacked out. Fuck Candace.
It wasn't the Jews.
Fuck Candace Owens and her Jew thought. No, the Jews have bigger fish to fry than fucking Charlie Kirk.
They offered $150 million. It's
Charlie Kirk's low on their totem pole.
Yeah. Okay.
The Jews don't play at they don't play in the pig pen with us.
Did you know?
But I'm saying this Nick Fuentes guy, I mean, he famously just a couple weeks ago, one of the best things that went around the internet is Pierce Brosnan, Pierce Morgan had him on, and he's like, "Oh, you're a self-avowed, incel, yeah." He's like, "Have you ever have sex with a woman?" No. And he asked him what he thinks about women. He's like, "Of course you think that because you never laid a woman." He made fun of him.
He's a virgin. This guy's like 28.
Yeah, but he's so. I've never met a 28-year-old kid that famous and still has no pussy.
I know. He's autistic. He's definitely autistic. He's on the
Bonnie
spectrum.
Blue Nick Fuentes coming this spring.
Body
That's
Blue?
what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. The fact that Nick Fuentes is that hot means there's a market out there for what you're selling on this porn thing.
Yes. Because there are guys who want to know they can come in like a champ.
Yeah, she has micro penises. I'm going to come with my regular small penis. I'm going to be the man. That is a good porn angle to hit.
See? Let's put this together.
I'm gonna get a porn star on the podcast after this. We're gonna talk about this. This is possible.
Bring me back. I want to get in on that.
This is 2 episodes in a row we've come with good business ideas.
I was gonna say, Randy, I almost fucking
2 in a row.
We still gotta talk about the last one. We still gotta talk about the Amazon.
I still like the last one. I told my fucking girl, my friends, I was like, think about this.
They like that?
They're like, there's fucking something there.
It's not a bad idea.
There's something there.
For the next week, I almost texted you each day, like, Randy, should we? No,
there's something there.
All right, we're gonna talk
about
that.
There's something there.
We're gonna
there's something there with this. There's shit against the wall, but this one's easy. The whole world is looking at this fucking this little incel.
It hasn't been blown out.
It's like, hey, let's make porn for the incels specifically.
Yes, you can feel like a fucking winner.
Yeah. Oh, you have an 1-inch dick. This guy has a 1/2-inch dick, and then you get to be the 1-inch dick guy.
You're the big
rescue the girl.
dog. You're
rescue
finally
the girl.
the big
rescue
dog.
the girl. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
Finally, you're the winner.
Yeah, dude.
It's hard to win anymore. And this is kind of full cycle because we were saying earlier, the reason shit has to be you got to have a guy named Bad Bunny who wears a fucking dress because everything's been done. Dude, I've realized, thanks to Instagram, I get let down if I go to fucking Ralph's and nobody slips in aisle 8 and knocks down the whole fucking lane. And like if someone doesn't, it's just a shootout in the parking lot.
Dude, I watch murders on my phone every day. I'm like, how come why is there no machine gun fire in my
Boring. I went to the store, I bought what I wanted, and I went home.
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
I saw ICE. They just drove by. Nothing.
Nothing. No heads on sticks or anything. Like, come on. What
Nothing
the fuck?
happened.
Nothing? This is dumb.
This
it's
is
just
fucking,
life
this
now?
Is gay.
What, you're just hungry and then you eat and then you're tired so you go to bed? Stupid.
Boring.
Stupid, dude.
Bring TV into my real life.
Yes,
that's what we need to do.
But let me have a chance of finally being the guy. Because everybody, who was it that said everyone will get their 15 minutes of fame? Who was it? Was that Warhol?
I think it was.
Who said 15? Yeah, he said
in the future,
everyone
everyone will have their 15 minutes of fame.
No, but we have 8.5 billion people, and no one's getting
now
15
it's not 15 minutes.
seconds.
And now it's not 15 minutes. Now it's literally less than 90 seconds. That's it.
Yeah.
Every platform, 90 seconds or less.
15 minutes became 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds, because that's the fucking YouTube Shorts
seconds.
and shit, the
90,
Reels.
You got 90 seconds.
And even then, dude, you ever know? I don't know if we talked about this.
No. They measure on all these apps because I have all the professional features and shit.
Yeah.
3 second watching, 30 second watching, 1 minute watching.
And who finishes? Who actually? It's like a porn. No one finishes.
Yeah, no
you get
finishes.
fucking 3 seconds in. You're like, I'm good. I go.
No. If you get into the 30-second mark, you're winning.
Oh yeah. And
30 seconds.
If they watch your whole short,
yeah. No,
you're
want
fucking
you
Mr.
want them
Beast.
angry at 30 seconds, so they start typing.
It is.
It
is. No, you're right.
That's
It
what they
is.
want.
You got to
That's
get.
what
You
they
got to
want.
piss them off.
And it's not what we want; it's what they want. The social
proletariat?
the social media networks. You know, the Jews who control us, Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
You know, Sergey Brin and that other fucking Jew.
Who are dominated by, dude. Well, this is what's scary is that these companies are dominated by. We're being dominated by the bottom of the pyramid now. Because the bottom of the pyramid is the mass
couldn't make it
audience.
before.
And they're fucking so stupid. Remember when we were kids? It was like Nike, just do it. Meaning, try to be Jordan. You could maybe dunk. You could maybe win a gold medal. You could maybe make a professional fucking. You could make the NBA. Now it's like, hey, isn't it cool that you're fucking gross? Isn't it awesome that you're never? Isn't it stupid that anyone shamed you?
It's
that's
telling
the bottom of the
you can be
audience.
healthy at any weight. It's like, no, man, you're not Michael Jordan.
It's the bottom of the pyramid. They go, why would we sell to the 3 kids who make it and the 25 kids who come in second? There's nobody there. That's 28, like Phelps's medals. And then, or we could sell 28,000 to the fucking losers who are just on their belly on the ground, just sucking wind. Why wouldn't we sell to them? Those guys have like $4. I'll take 3 of your $4 times everybody, and then I'm on top, and I fucking sold my stock, and I'm, you know what I mean? Versus instead, you sell top shit to the winners.
Meanwhile, they're hanging out on Little St. James Island with Jeffrey and Ghislaine.
Dude,
counting their bread.
What is going on with the island now?
Oh, dude, I've made jokes about this.
What's going on there? Are they doing tourism?
They're filming the next Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite new jokes. I'm like, what? Who in Wall Street is buying little, Jeffrey Epstein's island? What kind of rate? I bet you and I can afford his island right now.
Until it goes the other way,
no one
and
wants
it's sold at novelty
no one wants
value.
to touch that island.
I know,
but
it's
now's the time to buy. I want to cobble together a group of me and my comedian friends. I think if we get $200,000 together and we want to buy a little
230 grand, you think we buy it for 230?
The way it is,
untouched. Don't change a thing.
Yeah,
don't even mow the lawn. 230 grand. We'll give you 230 cash.
I think we get it done.
Nothing's untouched on that island, baby.
Oh, that was the sharpest part of the day. That was that was money.
Mikey's sniping from the hallway.
That was sniping from downtown.
But that's the move, man. I want to get my hands on that island.
Someone's gonna live there.
Oh my god, dude.
And how about this? Let's be fucking real. Now that we see who's on this list.
You guys want to come back?
Dude, well, you got to ask yourself, you think all these people with that fucking bloodthirst, you think it just ended when the island went away? Of
course.
Where's the next island? Where's the next island? Come on, they're all playing somewhere else. Dude, this hit me the other day.
I bet they're going in the Middle East. Middle East.
Why do you think they all have those billion-dollar yachts? The island moves, Daddy.
Oh yeah. No, I told Chelsea the other day. I said, you know what's crazy? We all talk about how sick Epstein was and how sick anyone who partook and all these people. They're all gross, sick, fucking disgusting people because we have decency, we have values, we hope. But in the Middle East, they're like, what is the problem? I don't know. This is like us eating cows.
Have rights.
This is like us eating beef, and the Indians are like, can you believe they do it to the sacred cow? And we're like, it's called a hamburger, fag. Like, come on, just do it. But like, in the Middle East,
for women at all.
No, they're like 14. They're like, we marry at 12. We don't care.
They just
9.
lowered the age to marry a woman in Iraq to 9. 9.
Seriously? You're not kidding.
That is their national fucking standard in Iraq.
9. Well, you know that in the Muslim world, we
controlled Iraq. I'm sure it's even lower in Saudi Arabia.
Mohammed is
an awful person.
The fucking Prophet Muhammad married his wife at 6, I want to say, and not proclamated. What the fuck's the word? Consummated the marriage at 9.
That's probably why.
And I may be rounding
up. That's probably why Iraq did it at 9 because Muhammad fucked her at 9.
There you go. And actually, the Jews, if you go into the Talmud, it's after the age of 3 you can consummate.
It's also awful. But thank God Jews today don't normally practice that.
No.
Just like, I mean.
Too busy ripping us off.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I was raised Catholic. There's a lot of shit in the Catholic Church. It's like, this is
all
awful.
no, all of it, honestly.
But we don't,
of course the Catholic. No, of course
but
the
we don't
Catholic.
live by that. At least we're prosecuting our perverts here.
All
in
of
the
it.
Catholic Church. We're finding them out and prosecuting one by one. But this idea that, like, oh, you know, this is
My religion's a little antiquated across the board. It's a little antiquated.
This is one of the things that really troubles me that I have no problem fucking saying. I've said it on camera 1,000 times. I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you have to respect other people's culture. I'm like, yeah, to a point.
Do you?
To a point.
Yeah.
When your culture is to fuck a child
Yeah.
who has no right to consent, then I have no respect for that.
None. And I don't respect it anymore.
So if that's how you treat women in your culture.
You ever seen Africans cut an arm off for stealing? You ever
Yes.
seen a video? It's on YouTube. It'll
Okay,
turn
but
your
in-
gut. You'll
in
never
Iraq,
be the same.
I have no
human.
respect for Iraqi culture if you can fuck a 9-year-old who's your wife. I have none.
I don't respect it.
I have none.
I don't respect
And
it.
if you have a problem with that, then you're a bigot.
Yeah, fair enough. You
Yeah.
live in the past. I like to say it's not 2026 everywhere.
No, but I don't give.
It's not.
But I don't give clemency to those people.
Oh, no. And I don't mean that in
That's the thing.
a
I
clemency
understand
sense.
why they're there, but I don't give them
I'm just
clemency.
saying it's still 1,200 in
That's what
some
I'm saying.
places today.
I agree, but I don't give them clemency on that. They need to know this is how the fucking the way the war works now.
This is the
You
pro
know,
and con.
This is where good advanced cultures actually push unadvanced
Yes.
cultures into
Yes.
the future. You know,
This is the head side of the coin, though, because I've said for a while when Elon talks about uses Starlink to give the internet to the deepest pockets of Africa, the last places to get the internet. At first, I'm like, that's evil. Because then they're going to find out they've been starving and we're
Yeah.
like going to the gym to
They-
burn
they-
off
they don't
extra
know what
calories. Like they're
war
going to
was,
find
yeah.
out how long we've had food and they're going to be like, fuck you people. You're the worst.
yeah,
You've
but then
had
they're going to
food
find out.
for
They're going
so
to find out that some of their ideas, like, what the fuck, like this is not right.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
but on the
that's-
head
yeah,
side,
yeah.
100%, you're totally right. Then they're going to be like, Jesus, we got to stop fucking
fuck.
this female
We gotta-
castration
Yeah,
and shit. We gotta
cut
not
off
do
clitorises
that
is
anymore."
really wrong.
It's pretty, you're right.
pretty
That's
sick what we're doing.
interesting.
How about some of these still known cannibal tribes? It's like, oh yeah, should we not be intervening?
Dude,
Yeah, no, we should. Except that sometimes they put an arrow in your heart.
I've got a buddy who has a
You
tattoo.
know those real remote ones over in.
Yeah, but that's always one guy going to the like Sentinel Islands, and
Yeah.
it's off limits to go there and touch any of these tribes.
Yeah, but
You
that's
saw the Christian who went, though, right?
yeah,
Is that what you're talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
You
But
tried to
again- but
paddle
Mikey,
over?
But Mikey, but this is
Got
real.
lit up.
This is real small. This is real small compared to the entire country of Iraq saying you can marry a 9-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a country that we've not only taken over but have taken over multiple times.
Dude, do you know?
How do we allow that?
Do you know why the Indians have this fucking Vishnu god with all the extra arms and fucking shit? Do
that?
you know why they have that?
No.
It's common practice in India that a girl should marry her father's brother. And this leads to incest, which leads to polydactyly, I think it would, although I think that's hands. It's common. They really have babies that are born with extra arms and legs. It's common.
But that must only be an elitist class thing because over history, human beings have known interbreeding is a bad
You would
thing.
hope, but they have 1.5 billion people, that, or like 1.1 billion or some crazy shit. They really, this is a
Yeah.
place where fucking
No, you're
bodies
right.
come
No,
down the Ganges while you're cleaning.
Paul, you're right. It's what happens at the top trickles down to the bottom. People aren't that smart.
Sometimes it doesn't. The word doesn't reach.
I mean,
it's like us with the
dude,
Ozarks or the
look at-
fucking.
Look at the fucking royal family in the UK. They're all inbred fucking retards. Of
course.
You know, like
Of
they're
course.
all fucking down
Come on.
syndromed out. Like
Well, because you get to such a point where you're like, well, who could I possibly share these genes with? Only myself.
yeah, well, keep the money in the family, but genetically,
Yeah.
like populations over time do not regard that as the right thing.
No, you
Do
have
not.
you have to spread
Do
out.
not.
You've
Do
got
not.
to.
You know,
Dude,
dark.
I will say this thing hit me the other day though when we are talking about Epstein and
back to the best stuff.
Well, because like, tell me your thoughts on this. It hit me. I think we might have a problem that we don't even see coming with Epstein, which is, all right, yes, we're talking actual human fucking problems, like horrible atrocities, but on a social level, is this not going to ruin any sort of soap opera level writing for all of fucking humanity movie?
Yeah.
You have...
Is Hollywood done on this one?
Dude, you've got royalty. You've got politicians. You've got celebrities. You've got the richest man in the world. You've got sex. You've got fucking scandal. You have an island that's tropical.
Well, dude,
What I'm hearing is we need to let Kevin Spacey come back.
Otherwise, we're fucked.
No, dude,
Otherwise, we're
he's been exonerated, by the way. Kevin Spacey's been
The 14-year-old said it wasn't him.
Kevin Spacey should play. That's Kevin Spacey's next role. Please.
Epstein.
Yes, play Epstein. Kevin Spacey. Your next
Everyone
role.
already hates him, so if
Yes.
he played Epstein and
It'd
was
be
the guy
perfect.
to do it,
It would be
be the
perfect.
one role where people were supposed to hate him too.
It would be
It's
perfect.
genius, actually.
Kevin
no, it's
Spacey
actually
should
genius.
play Epstein.
Wow.
That is the move.
And maybe narrated by Mike Tyson, because did you hear fucking Epstein's voice in that band that Bannon
real
interview?
soft, real sweet.
It was a very like New York Jewy, just kind of low, a little bit of like a fucking what's his name there? The fucking director, Annie Hall. What's his name?
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen. He sounded like Woody Allen.
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Well, you know
that
what's funny
actually
about
would be
Woody Allen?
perfect.
The thing about Woody Allen is that old school comics defend him. It's like, he just likes younger women.
He fuck his daughter-in-law, or not daughter-in-law, stepdaughter, right? Was
Yeah.
that Mia Farrow was his wife's kid?
Yeah, look, he's not Jeffrey Epstein. He's not.
But he's
that.
a Roman Polanski a little bit.
But he's a fucking creep.
Yeah.
All right, Bill Maher, he's a creep.
Are people going to start using Epstein as like, well, look, he's not Epstein. And you're like, well, but he's still terrible. You're like, well, but he's not Epstein. Let's be real.
No, but you shouldn't have to qualify it. I mean, that's the thing. Like, the Epstein thing made people qualify everything that's going on.
I think it's not over, though. I think
No,
it's
I don't
not
think
over.
it's over.
I think it's.
Oh no, dude, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the UK, is about to
I heard
fall
that on the
over
way
this.
over. On the way over, I was listening to that.
Prime Minister was to fall.
Deepak Chopra.
Dude,
Deepak motherfucking Chopra, dude.
what's it? Patriots. In this country, this is still the biggest bugaboo in Donald Trump's bonnet. Is the fact that this fucking cocksucker that Donald Trump won't release the names of all the other people involved in this shit.
Do you know it's-
the fact that he's hiding them makes him seem like a pussy.
Of course.
to his own base. They're like, hey man, we thought you weren't an insider.
Yeah.
They still don't think he's an
It's
insider.
so deep.
But why are you protecting the insider?
It's so deep.
That's what's bugging
It's
them.
both sides.
They're like, we still don't think it's you. But
Yes.
why are you protecting them? And they're getting angry about that.
But always the balance to that is Biden had the list too. Both sides are so afraid of how deep this runs. This scary thing is, you know what this proved?
No.
To the richest man in the world, the fucking most powerful man in the world, the most royal man in the world, nothing's better than young pussy.
No.
That's the scary
yeah.
thing. Nothing's better. Nothing in the world is
nothing
better
makes a
than
man
young
weak.
pussy.
Nothing makes a man-
Unless you
No.
have fucking relationship skills and you have some
it goes
balls.
to show you
can-
why men make money in general.
We all want the thing we
get hot
can't
women.
have.
To get hot women. But
Jay-Z.
but
fucking Z, dude.
But what really robbed me about it is that it was the fact that so this is going back to 2008 when he first got tried
Isn't that wild?
and convicted in
Isn't that wild?
Florida.
He was in jail when 2008 fell apart.
So it was just like 6 administrations since then. And that's when I was like, oh, I don't know who at the top was involved, but I know everyone who donated to them was involved because every president since 2006 has hid this. So it's the donor class. It's not, dude. Whether or not it was Trump or Obama or Bush or who,
It's all of them. It's everybody.
No.
It's so much deeper.
No. I don't think maybe none of those individual presidents were involved or administrations.
Right.
What it was, the people who donate to them.
Yes.
Everyone, and you look at the roles, the guys the billionaires, they donate to both parties every time.
Dude.
They donate to everybody. Elon Musk was the biggest donor to the Democrats until he was the biggest donor to the Republicans.
This is when they say.
So every one of them who donates money is who they're protecting.
Think
That's
about
the
it.
problem.
Think about it.
That's the
The
problem.
U.S.
The
president
donor
is
class.
only
The donor
president
class.
for 4 years, minimum, maximum 8. That's why U.S. presidents, sitting presidents, get shut down on learning details that's classified
Yeah, they're not
because we
allowed.
tell them you're not going to be here long enough.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
to
You
care.
don't.
Yeah.
You. The president of the United States doesn't get to know sensitive information. Those are the people who are behind this shit. It's so fucking deep.
donor class.
That like no matter who you are, if
The
you're
money.
fucking DT, if you're fucking Biden, whatever it is, Obama, you know you could maybe drink something weird and get sick tomorrow if you say it's that fucking deep. That's
what I'm
because
saying.
it's the
The
forbidden fruit.
Clintons were like, I'll testify publicly. Because what can I do?
What are you going to do? Yeah, they're already in contempt of Congress.
No, but also in their mind, like, well, if I give up the boss's name, like, because they're not the boss. They're not the boss.
Even Epstein got killed. Dude, did you ever see?
The thing, even Donald Trump is not the boss.
No,
guys.
No. Way deeper than that.
Yeah.
Way deeper than that.
Way bigger than him.
It's like that Kevin Hart interview when he's like,
yeah, way bigger than him. Donald Trump's not the boss.
Did you ever see?
Donald Trump's got a boss, and he said, shut the fuck up about this.
Did you ever see the list of Epstein's assets?
Yeah.
He had the single largest private residence in Manhattan.
Well, do you know he hit it all from the government? So to this day, the women who he accosted and publicly,
it's an LLC. They can't touch it.
No, he
made $30,000 a year.
He did it twice. When he passed, it went to a blind trust and then kicked into his family trust. So now there's 2 trust blockers between the people who are trying to the victims who are trying to sue him and the money he's trying to get.
What a son of a bitch!
$680 million they're trying to get to that they can't get to yet. No, but this is the thing, and this is his genius. It's to this day, fucking Ghislaine Maxwell. So like just today, she said she testified under the House committee.
Yeah.
So not publicly. She said, yeah, I can tell you what happened. I can tell you Donald Trump and Bill Clinton were not implicated in any of this.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the full story if you give me clemency.
Yeah.
He said, but otherwise, I plead the fifth.
It's a fucking rock and a hard place. I mean, it's pretty smart on her side. It's pretty smart, dude.
Yeah, but how come we haven't killed her?
Because it would draw too much attention. It literally, because we killed him. It would draw too much attention to kill her.
Let me rephrase that. How about we
when are we going to kill her?
How about we give her the immunity and then kill her? This is the United States.
She's on a short rope. She's on a short rope.
Whoa. This is the United States, baby. We've made a lot of promises and folded on them.
She's on a short rope.
Elaine, whatever. Clemency. God bless.
Well, yeah, go to France. We got a house for you.
Donald Trump, the most corrupt person I know in the world. Please, God. Donald Trump said, yeah, we'll give you clemency. Tell the truth. Tell him I didn't do it. Tell him who did it. We'll arrest everybody. And then he can't send ICE to whack her out.
Was it Casino? Was it Casino when when De Niro was like, he'd hate it, De Niro, that I confused for Trump. Yeah. De Niro was like no, it was Goodfellas.
Yeah.
When he tells Mrs. Hill, just go over there.
Yeah.
Just go over there. And she's like,
no, hun.
He's like, just go over there. And she's like,
the dress.
Nope, I gotta go.
The dress is right there. The dress is right there.
Because she knows whatever if she gets out, she's probably safer in jail at this point. But no one wants to live in jail, dude.
No, but I'm saying, but how come the Donald Trump administration hasn't done what I'm talking about? Even the real mafia push. Yeah, we'll give you clemency. You said I didn't do it. You said Clinton did it. Great. Who did it? And then she says who did it, and then fucking whack her out.
But that's what I'm saying. She knows. She knows
once
that's
the street and she gets clemency. Somebody kills her.
Jack Ruby comes back from the dead.
Who kills her?
Yeah. It's dude.
When did this country become not good at fucking whacking out?
We've been doing it since fucking Lincoln. Come on.
When have we become not good at killing people?
Way easier to pay her for her silence than have the unknown of what she could have waiting out there. She could have one of those, hey, if I die, release all these videos.
She's got a fucking
and Mike's right.
Dead man's.
Mike's right. Mike's right. And this is the problem. I believe in the old America where we played 3D chess. Now I don't think Donald Trump's that clever.
But do you think
I think
you believe in mafia in the 80s before everything was on video?
Yes,
that's the dead man switch. Right. But do you think? That's
right, Mike. Fair enough.
You don't think that fucking Epstein himself had that set up? Do you think there's any? Do you think there's any chance he's still alive?
Maxwell's still alive.
Huh?
How's he dead?
Do you think there's any chance that Epstein is still alive?
No.
Zero.
No.
Zero.
No. Not at this point.
I give 7%.
No.
I'm not at 0. Did you hear recently there was a guy?
I don't, dude.
There was a prison worker who said
once it became Donald Trump's problem, the second time around, once it became Donald Trump's problem. Now, if he's alive, I'm sure Trump's administration would have killed him. There's no way.
But I think he's deeper.
There's no way. No, I don't think so. That might be one of the reasons. Listen, Donald Trump recently said, "Hey, I'm sorry. Hillary Clinton deserves to get to the post, but I like Bill." Because I think maybe Bill's people had him killed.
Dude,
this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think Donald Trump doesn't like a mess.
Trump said he was so quick to be like, "Let's move on from this." Every time it comes his way, he's like, "Let's just move on from this."
That's what I'm saying.
And he's necessarily not implicated, which means it's people bigger than him. Where he's like, hey. Yes, no,
that's why he's defending.
I agree.
That's why he's defending Bill right now.
Right.
That's why he's defending Bill. It's big. So I think they whacked him out. I think he's gone.
But I wonder if
he was
those
still
people
if he was still alive, they wouldn't be that sure.
What do they call that though? When a fucking like a dead man's switch? What do they call that? The
dead man's tails.
No, when like a fucking guy with a bomb around his chest is like, if you shoot me, if I like a kill switch, like a dead man's fucking switch.
A dead man's drop.
So we don't think all the money, dude? Epstein had the
not that much money.
second largest house in Ohio. Was it Indiana or Ohio?
In Ohio, it's not that much money.
Les Wexner had the biggest.
Yeah, but
he had the second.
He stole 10% of Les Wexner's money. Les Wexner still, the money's not that big.
From Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, no, listen, I know the guy. I've met Les Wexner.
You've met Les Wexner? Do your audience know you're Epstein? God damn it, Randy, you're fucking Epstein.
I'm not Epstein. I've been in a room with Les Wexner. I was a young beggar.
You shake his hand?
I was a young beggar in New York. No, I didn't shake his hand.
Not like in a way that you condone his fucking lifestyle, but I'm just saying, you met him, or you were in the same room?
I met him. We were closing a deal for one of his companies.
That's wild, dude.
And they sent me down there to get signatures to the closing documents.
Les Wexner.
And I met him, a little fucking...
He's a weird looking dude, isn't he? Kind of...
Weasley Jew guy.
Yeah. Smart one, though.
No,
Victoria's Secret. Dude, I still remember when Victoria's Secret came out. It was the rage in the 80s. It was the rage.
All those
he did, yeah.
There was a lot of things.
He's brilliant. He's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but then he let this
sex
guy
related
steal money from him. How the fuck do you let this fucking guy?
He what now?
So Jeffrey Epstein extorted money from him.
Yeah, how does that happen?
They had a gay affair, and he was hiding it. And
you think Epstein had sex?
I know
Wexner?
this for a fact.
You were there.
No, I wasn't there.
Did you facilitate the cow?
No, I wasn't
was this
there.
like
I wasn't
like
there.
like when they artificially inseminate a fucking cow?
No.
Like did you?
No. Listen, I know. I know.
Wait, you really believe that Jeffrey Epstein and Les
works.
Wexner have had sex?
I know how extortion works. Les Wexner, Jeffrey Epstein knew things about Les Wexner, and he embezzled money from him. And when he went to court, he threatened him with exposing some of the things that Les was about.
It would make sense because he's a strange business
Les
leverage.
Walked away from a lawsuit that he shouldn't have.
It would make sense. But you think Epstein had sex with Wexner or was aware of sex Wexner had that would not like to have gotten out?
No, I think Epstein was aware of Les Wexner's gay proclivities that he then extorted him for money from.
So there's nothing on the planet more valuable than young pussy, and there's nothing less valuable, more scary to be released than gay sex.
Yeah, in Central Ohio, where Les Wexner was headquartered.
Especially if you own Victoria's Secret and
Ohio.
Fucking Abercrombie.
So I think he stole $250,000 from him, $250 million from him.
I was gonna say yeah.
And Les Wexner was just walked away.
Because it was Wexner's ped in Billionaire's Row that he gave to Epstein for $1. I think he sold to him for a fucking $1.
He walked away from it because so he was worth like $8 billion, and Epstein stole $250 million, and he just walked away from it.
He had a fleet of planes.
To not fight him publicly on the fact that Les Wexner was an open homosexual.
If you're gay, be gay. You know what I mean? Like,
bro. I mean, that's the thing about
unless
America.
he was gay with kids or something.
No, this is one of the things that troubled me. I was like, yeah, man, this is America, baby. Fucking money's money, son. Gay or I don't care if you're spitting A's from your mouth.
Yeah.
If you're Les Wexner and you got $8 billion, fuck this motherfucker.
Kill his ass. Yeah. Kill his ass.
Like, bro, you fucking give me and my boys $20,000. We'll fucking whack everybody.
I was gonna say, could you imagine telling a guy with $3 million, if you don't buy me a house, I'm gonna tell everyone you're gay? He'll be like, yeah, go down the corner right over there. Go right over there. Like you imagine telling a billionaire?
Cut a zero off what he's stealing from you, and I'll take everything he has.
Imagine telling a billionaire, I'm going to tell everyone you're gay if you don't buy me a fucking mansion and a bunch of planes and yachts and
it's drivel. It's bullshit.
You're whacked. It's like the end of The Sopranos.
It's bullshit.
You're whacked.
It's bullshit.
Come on.
But that's the thing. I think that's what they're really protecting. They're not protecting Donald Trump or
no.
Or
It's
Hillary
way
Clinton or
deeper.
Bill Clinton.
It's way deeper.
It's everyone who's given money for the last 50 years.
Do you think it's still going on though? Do you think it's just relocated? It's further underground now.
No, I don't. I think the whole Epstein ring is broken up. I think now you got to go to Eastern Europe for this shit.
Because that's when, remember when we were kids, like you fucking buy weed from 2 or 3 different people, and then one guy gets arrested, and there's no weed for a week. But a week later, there's just fucking weed.
The crime doesn't end. They just go out. They just go elsewhere.
It's like the movie Taken or something.
Yeah, no,
like
this shit isn't happening here. It's going on in the fucking in war torn Ukraine or
Philippines,
Soviet Russia,
shit,
the Philippines. That's the Vietnam. I mean that's where it's. Look to all the former Soviet republics, because that's where it started with Epstein, and that's where it's probably still going now.
That's where it started with him.
Yeah. I mean all these
Soviet republics.
Well, he that's what the international ring started. He started finding girls in West Palm Beach because he was living there.
Yeah.
But the big ring,
those girls sign up. Those girls don't even fucking because we lived in cities. Eastern European girls will turn tricks.
I mean, that's coercion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you can't sign up a 15-year-old to sex trafficking. That's not legal in any country.
No. Well, some. Well,
yeah, but not in this fucking country.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I got a 12-year-old from Latvia to fucking agree to this doesn't make it legal here. He's an American.
So we should be glad our biggest problem is Bad Bunny.
Yeah, our biggest problem is a Puerto Rican faggot.
A Puerto Rican faggot
with a bad haircut
during a fucking man's football game. God damn it! You were so lucky. We're so lucky. That's our biggest problem.
So we should praise the fact.
Oh, we should all fuck Bad Bunny in his ass just in tribute to Epstein.
Dude, I don't think Bad Bunny was that big of a deal. Everyone's fucking.
He was climbing poles, which is kind of random. That was weird.
The fact they made the halftime that big of a deal
I'm not mad.
Fucking lame.
Dude,
sauce.
the Patriots lost. You think I give a fuck about what Bad Bunny did? Come on. I got bigger problems.
We'll do a couple quick news stories and we'll get out of here. And this one dovetails nicely how we started, Paulie.
Nothing like a dove's tail, I'll tell you what.
It does.
Almost better than a 14-year-old's tail on the island.
All right, I'll get us out of here quick, Mike.
Delete that.
I'll get us out of here quick, Mike. Neuroscientist study reveals that Gen Z has become the first generation
to be retired,
less intelligent than its predecessors. I swear to God, and I've read multiple stories of this. This is true. This is true.
I believe it. I think social adaptivity has geared toward the bottom of the pyramid. It's safer to be stupid now than ever before. It used to be you had to be smart to avoid the saber-toothed tiger, keep your wife alive. No, it's safer to be dumb because you get your head taken off by the fucking top of the pyramid. Yeah. I believe it.
But here's what it says. So the neuroscientist study reveals Gen Z has become the first generation less intelligent than their predecessor generation. Researchers from Northwestern University, fucking for real.
Northwestern, not bad.
For real.
Not bad.
Identified the first sustained reversal of the quote-unquote Flynn effect, marking a turning point where younger cohorts are scoring lower on their predecessors' analysis of nearly 400,000 tests, showing that while millennials contributed to the century-long trend of rising IQs, the trajectory has now shifted downward. This goes beyond just IQ. It goes cognition, vocabulary, mathematics, problem solving, general vocabulary. So apparently, So apparently, on all levels, the generation behind us is now, as a group,
superior,
less intelligent than us.
Oh, following us. Yes.
Yeah. No. It's just all cognition. So they went from verbal to mathematics to shapes. They went to that.
Oh, have you ever thought about when we say, I got to go to the gym, I got to get in shape? Do you know what? You ever think about that? Oh, you mean shape? Like what kind of shape?
What shape?
Like a fucking human? Well, you know what I mean? I want to be shaped like a man. I want to finally for once be shaped like a man. I want to get fit, meaning I want my body to fit my skin. It's fucking gross, dude. Yeah, we're all fucked. It's just give up. All right.
No, but I'm saying, but the first time,
if you could send me that link, I would love to.
The first time in 200 years. So it's like,
and we've probably only been watching for 200 years.
Has gotten better than the previous.
And I'm saying we've only been watching, I bet, for 200 years. So probably since in recorded history, reliably recorded history.
Well, what blew me away is that millennials were somehow better than them because they've been dumping on millennials forever. Like which you and I are. We're older millennials. But they're like, oh, this generation.
They're the ones taking the test. They're the ones doing the study, so they don't want to admit that they were the first morons. They were the first ones to check. They were the first ones to look.
They set the peg. They set the peg at them.
The first asshole to even wonder. The fact that they wondered means that they were the ones doing it, and they're like, whoa, we won't talk about
the first generation to ever lose.
We're going to be the control group that we remove due to sensitivity factors. It's a biased opinion, but the next group is definitely the morons.
The next one.
Dude, you know what hit me the other day? Fucking a little minor segue, but all right. So the word retard comes up in comedy a lot.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you shouldn't say it, but people do. Here's the thing. You know what occurred to me? If you say the word retard, yeah, you're kind of a dick for saying it because you could be upsetting some. It's a reference to someone who's got a mental disorder. But it's the person who makes the stink who is like kind of the jerk, right? They're like, it's like, hey, if
it reveals where they are in their life.
And they're the ones who paused the whole party because you fucking said it. But you know what the biggest jerk is? Is the one who tells the retard that joke should have offended him.
Oh.
Like, I didn't know that was about me. I didn't know this was about me. Yeah. You know how you're stupid from birth? No one ever told you? When he said that about his buddy buying a Dodge truck, it's whoever informs the fucking special needs guy.
I never even thought about that.
That you're the jerk. You're the one who told the retard he should be upset about the retard.
Don't you have a problem with that? Don't you have a problem with that? I was laughing a minute ago.
I was laughing too. I thought it was hilarious. No.
No, you're right. That's way worse.
It's way worse.
They were having a good time.
They were having a good time.
And they fucked it up for them.
Fucked him.
No, you know what reminds me of too? Is that you shouldn't like that. And they're like, no, I still like that. It's like if you're there with your girl. I thought it's so funny. That shouldn't be funny to you.
To you? The little dick joke.
And now what I find funny, I can't laugh at. Because my girl told me I shouldn't find it funny.
And I'm retarded, so it's the only joke I could handle. It was the best fucking joke I could comprehend. So the worst guy in the room is the one who isn't, not the guy who told the joke. It's the guy who told the joke to the dude.
This is one of my fundamental loves of comedy in general, is because of this. Because I bring girls to dates. I told you this.
Yeah.
First date, we go to a bar. It's 15 minutes per drink. If I don't like you, I'm out.
See ya.
Second date, I bring you to a comedy show.
Yeah.
To a comedy comedian.
What do you laugh at?
I like. And see how you react.
Yeah.
You got a fucking problem with that?
You're out.
Done.
Yeah. It's like one of these Japanese fucking like game shows with the fucking the spinning
tell me
wheel.
What's funny? Like I want to see what you find just in your heart funny.
Who are you? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like do you have a sense of humor? And if you don't like it, can you sit through it and wait for the next joke, which you will laugh at?
And
you know what I'm saying?
If your pussy's young enough, we can put up with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like oh, this wasn't one for me, but oh, he got me on that one.
Yeah.
But that idea, like, oh, this is what you
American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Should be laughing at.
Yeah,
it's horseshit.
You got a good way to say
it's so, you
got to figure out who they are in their
Paul,
truest selves.
I don't know, Paul. I feel like as comedians, that's really where we live. Is to see.
What do you laugh at?
How dirty you are, your underbelly.
What do you laugh at?
I want to see how grimy you're gonna get. Like,
where's your line?
Yeah,
we have a line.
Yes,
you and I have a line.
The line. That's what it is. Let me see where your line is because I'm going to skip rope over it until you tell me, until you show me.
And you and I have a line. There's a point where like that's not funny, that's weird, that doesn't even make sense.
I mean, dude, I've known you for what?
But it's
12 years.
Sure.
I maybe once you're like, hey man, it's my baby. Stop talking shit about my little girl. She's in the room.
I don't even think I stopped that one. I don't know.
I can't think of it. Like I can't think of it really like hey. Because you know where I'm coming from.
Our submarine is not imploded on the way to the Titanic yet.
Yeah,
we're still.
It's like I don't know. I know this. We disagree on a lot of things in the world.
Sure,
but
we appreciate each other's fucking opinion.
But when we're making jokes, it's like say hey man,
it's joke time.
That shit fucking bombed or do better. But I've never heard hey you're out of line. I've never heard hey Randy, you're way out of line.
Even a joke that like conflicts with my personal ethos, if it's well constructed, I'm like, still a good joke.
That's what I'm saying.
Still a good joke. I hate everything about it. I hate what you painted for a fucking picture.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're not wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not fucking wrong.
That's what I'm saying. But that's how you get to listen to people.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the best way.
How do we bring this to the rest of the world? We don't.
We can't, because the bottom of the pyramid is what's hot, and they're all fucking morons and retards, and we can't fucking say it. We can't. It's lonely at the top, Randy. It's just up
you
here.
Can't explain that. Like, we don't agree with each other, but we love each other. Yeah. There's no one to explain that to other people.
Unless we're wearing a dress and we say it in Spanish. That's the only fucking way. That's the only fucking way. And then the only people who get it, people who don't speak Spanish. That's the only... They'll just think of it. Oh, I heard amore.
The Spanish will get it.
I heard fucking amore. It's got to be sweet. This is when we clap. This is when we clap.
Paulie, tell people they can find you.
Don't fucking find me, you pieces of shit. Fuck you. You know what? I don't want any. I know too many people as it is. I'll do another shot with Randy, and I hope I know 3 fewer people by tomorrow. All right, Paul Roseberry, just Paul Roseberry on Instagram, or Paul at paulroseberry.com.
He did the yeoman's work. He came in for the late night show. This
is the 4th day in a row I've drank. I said I'm gonna have one drink with Randy. I'm gonna have one drink. That bottle's gone.
Paulie, I love you to death. His special's coming out soon.
Yes,
on it.
Randy fucking opened it up, cracked it wide.
About me, it's about him.
Come
He's
on,
fucking funny. We're gonna get it. We get that push out, dude. Thank you so much for having me on your.
Thanks
podcast.
for having me. Oh yeah, dude.
I did his podcast. It's about complaints, and if there's anything I'm good at, is bitching and moaning.
Your complaints were fucking. They were diabolical, dude. They were diabolical, and that's what I liked.
I explained how stealing wasn't stealing.
Diabolical, dude.
So listen to that. Thank you so much, Paul. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, buddy.
Yeah,
Fuck,
dude.
absolutely. Hey,
right,
can't wait to do it again.
Check me out at Randy Valero. Check the podcast out at Ready Set Blow. Follow Paulie at Paul Roseberry. Mike, Second Floor Studios.
Mikey boy.
Big tits,
Hey!
big balls. My guy. Love you guys. Peace.
Hey.